You know, when the music stops, I'm going to remind you to do a couple things, y'all. You ready for it? The first thing we got to start off with is we just hit the lotto. Second thing we're going to start off with, if you haven't replied to the Just the Lotto page, if you haven't liked it already, again, if you on X, if you haven't reposted it or quoted it, please do all four of those things to get the algorithms cooking. That's my first request. You know what we do? We spread gospel, not gossip. We're here to inspire, uplift, encourage, and motivate. Throw in some compliments in there, and we got ourselves a day. We got about 150 concurrent viewers right now watching. And tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. Number one, we're going to only be playing from YouTube and X, and it's going to be on one account and one account only. This way we can see how many people come in from the Just the Lotto fan band. Again, if you're just tuning in, like, reply, quote, and or comment on the main page, Just the Lotto, but also hit me with some comments up top in this live one as well. Like, for example, Ash just said it. We just hit the lotto. Don't forget, we got a live run at it right now with actual NFTs that get you 50% off poker. If you already have one, 75% off poker. Don't forget, you get automatically entered into the live giveaways every single Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard. Don't forget, if you were lucky enough to grab one of the first 23, you're getting $100 of Cat Named Toast. And if you weren't one of those lucky one of 23s, your actual price was $100 cheaper, from 2,000 poly to just 1,500 poly right now on OpenSea. All you got to do is search for it. What are you searching for? The YOLOtto Mini Ballers. YOLO, like YOLO. TTO, one word, YOLOtto Mini Ballers. On OpenSea right now, we got a constant little ticker just going in circles for you. You can search it this way. Make sure when you get on OpenSea that you click and select the right one. There's only one with 69 NFTs on it right now. The other one is a Fugazi. That's right, it's fake. You know what it is, right? They always imitate, but they never duplicate. That's where we're at right now. Shout out to James, the Dark Prince. What up? Shout out to Melissa. Hey, it's me, Melissa. Shout out to, of course, oh, she wanted to say it too, right? We just hit the lotto. Hit up Not the Mama real quick. Lotto is the motto. Those YOLOtto Mini Ballers are fire. I'm assuming he said done. I think LC is like, I got you. I already requoted it, posted it, all that fun stuff. Newport Dane said she'll be in here in just a bit. Of course, Tyler, we just hit the lotto. Tell him, Tyler. And I'm happy you got you a W for the name change for the NFTs. Oh, I did get my W. I was like, wait, what? I did get my W. They were supposed to be called the Baby Ballers. I said it's a collaboration between Team YOLO and Lotto. It's the YOLOtto Ballers, but they're pint size. So we got the YOLOtto Mini Ballers. They're here to stay, y'all. Your light ring reflection on your glasses bothers me, says Not Legalese. You know, Not Legalese is the only one in this community that never spreads gospel. He only spreads gossip. He also couldn't take the kitchen, the heat in the kitchen. So he got about the kitchen. He could have stayed in the group chats, but he's like, oh, I just keep offending people. Get back in the group chats, bro, and talk that ish. I love you. See the ring now? Matches my gold chain. Matches my gold glasses. Don't hate. Nowhere I'd rather be than here with you all. Let's fucking go lotto, says the dev of the decade. Without further ado, we got to bring in a very special co-host of mine, P-Dubs, a.k.a. Parker Parody. Let's get you in the building. P-Dub Bugs, are you in the building?
Hello, I'm here.
What took you so long, gal?
I've been here listening
Sharing
to
everything?
you. Yeah, sharing, looking for lotto memes to get the algo going, I'm
But
here.
I love it.
I
We
love the
always,
co-host title.
yeah, bro, you got to put it in your name somehow. I don't know how we
I
do that,
do,
but we
huh?
got to figure it out. Yeah,
I do. I'm gonna. Yeah. Thank
yeah,
you for that.
100%.
And
So,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go, please, please. I didn't talk for like 2 minutes. Please hook me up so I can take a drink.
Um, I just want to tell everybody that we're here every day, um, working hard regardless of where we're at. I haven't looked at the chart today. I don't intend to, but please know that we are showing up consistently because we are more than the price of our token, right? So I hope that encourages all of you to stick around and stick together. We're here for one another, and just
I'm gonna take
consistency. Yeah,
I'm gonna take an opposite stance on this one. If you tuned in long enough, you better know we working. We grinding 24/7,
of course.
right? I'm gonna take an opposite on this one too. Obviously, Parker, Parody, and myself 100% believe that we are undervalued at these price points.
Oh yeah, for
Now,
sure.
we will never tell you to buy our token. We will never tell you how long to hold our token for. But I can tell you one thing: the work ethic and the drive will never fade. I can assure you of that. We here 6 days a week on live. And today we already had an AMA, right? Which Parker Parody and I figured out exactly what an AMA was.
We're
Yeah, we
ready for
hosted a
next
show.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're ready. I mean, we hosted a show today, bro. It was an AMA. We had it in our titles and everything.
we didn't know what the fuck it was, but we did it.
No idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. No idea. No
Ghost
idea.
try to like throw me like AU parody. Tell them what it
Nah,
means.
what you
I
mean? You try to get me first. You're like, hey, Ghost, they asked a cool question. They wanted to know what is an AMA? I was like, tell them, Parody. Since you want to ask me, you could have Googled it. You want to ask me live. Tell them. Tell them.
that was
Hey, I'm
fucking
not gonna lie.
hilarious.
That shit was funny as heck. And I
Yeah.
couldn't be happier that we did it like that because it was real. Um,
Yes, we're not fake. You guys can tell we're not fake. We're not
keeping it a buck.
bullshitting. Yep. Yep.
Keeping it a buck.
Honesty is the
Um,
best policy here.
that part. So we got a little spin on today, I guess you can say, right? I mean, it's hump day, it's Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
And what would I be without Boo? Right? Like
Mhm.
Boo said to me, she said, I got an idea. I said, tell me more. I love ideas, by the way. She said, y'all should play truth or dare. I was like, ooh, say less. So already well, let me tell you why. I said, no, say less. I want to play truth or dare. I think I played truth or dare maybe twice as an adult. It's a perfect opportunity to do so. It's Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
We don't necessarily have anything planned for our Wednesdays. Let's fucking have some fun. Truth or dare about to get lit. And if y'all ain't knowing about the Lotto Fan Bam, you about to find out. I do want to say one thing real quick. Onside kicking it. Shout out to the onside kicking it fan bam that used to show me love every single day. I lied. It was once a week, but it was on YouTube. And I appreciated the endless support. We talked about stocks. We talked about crypto. We talked about football. Yes, I made it a long way. Shout out to .com Parker because guess what? I became a capper for the NFL. That's right. At the Goats Den. Look that up on X. You'll see. Huge account. Got a
Yeah.
Discord. They play everything from NASCAR driving to tennis to basketball and baseball, even the NFL. And I'll tell you right now, I'm your favorite capper's favorite capper. I
Yep.
never miss. So wait till this football season starts. I graduated though, y'all. I used to tell you about my sports pick. I used to kill it for y'all. 70% win rate. Y'all were loving it. Now you can actually join the Discord and have some fun with us 24/7 in other sports as well. But
Exactly.
I wanted to blend the family though. You feel me? Lotto Fan Bam, meet onside kicking it. I love all of y'all so much for showing support. And I know I never charge y'all nothing, but it is time consuming. So thank you for your time. With that being said, I do want to give a special shout out to the dev of the decade, right, Parody?
Base deb. Yes.
Based dev. I mean, we talking based underscore AF dev. No, of the decade.
Base
He's called
fucking deb.
he's calling me every day. Hey, let's figure this out. Hey, let's do this. Hey, I got an idea. Hey, 24/7. Why did he become a dev? He never was a dev before. He saw a community. He saw people that were kicking it with us all day, every day, while I'm hosting spaces on X, again, for free. And what was it? Crash courses for day trading. Not just the stock market, options and calls, but we were also doing puts. We were also looking at what? The trenches. I got tired of seeing people going through the most. So I said, I'll put matters in my own hand. Let me tell you what works for me. And I told y'all what worked for me. And before Lotto existed, the meme coin of the century that you just don't know yet, before it existed, we was rocking together as a fam. Onside Kicking It was and Lotto Fan Bam. And now, here we are. We got a token called Just the Lotto. The dev himself who approached me ain't never rugged it once. Ain't never sold. In fact, he buys. He buys. And his wife hit the lotto. We have a mechanical machine. We had one soul. As soon as that ball came out, it was two that came out. Half a soul for her, my town. What do you think she did with that half a soul, Parody?
She bought the chart.
Don't say it with the question mark at the end. She bought the chart. I don't
She
know.
bought the chart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming, right? Coming. Of course she bought the chart. That was her first time actually buying anything on crypto.
That's
Motown's been the one holding
amazing.
the sticks, bro. Yeah.
Nice.
I
That's
said, yo,
really
you want me
sweet.
to add this to the jackpot, or you think wifey might like actually buying the chart for once? He said, you know what? Let me ask. She said, yes, send it. We sent it. She bought the chart. What kind of based dev has a wife that's just as based?
Yeah. And also, my town has a cute, cute zero that I want
She
to rename.
does.
She does.
The Lotto Baller Zero. She
Yes.
does.
Super
She
cute.
does.
Blondie,
Yeah.
blue outfit. It's adorable.
Yeah. You know, this coin is something else. You know, we say it's not just a lotto, it's a movement. And we say it for the right reasons. Because the Lotto fan bam, which is over like 1,500 if I had to guesstimate deep. And I say this because there's 1,730 holders of our token. When we move, they move. Where we go, they go. And we know a couple people got some double wallets. So I would imagine at least 1,200 to 1,500 actual holders that are beyond based, that see the vision. Now, Lotto, it's a meme coin, right? It goes up over time, comes down, goes up. It's a meme coin. But what we did to ensure there was longevity, I guarantee you is different than most. So we're on the Solana network, right? We wanted NFTs. I wanted NFTs. And .com Parker, he said, I need to have these NFTs that we can put in a profile. I want all of the people that hold it down for us to represent by putting one of these NFTs in the profile. I said, man, we need to get a dope artist for that. There's really only one artist I know that I can say is dope. I wonder if she'd hook us up because let's face it, she shows support all the time. She was in crash courses for day trading and she ain't even day trading. She been everywhere with us. Let me hit her up. And I did. I said, baby YOLO. And you can find her on X. It's at Safe Moon YOLO. I said, baby YOLO, I got this project coming up. I really want you to be the creator of these NFTs. She says, say less. What were you thinking? I was like, oh my God, no way. So what I was thinking is I want lotto balls in the NFTs. That way we can, infuse it into this live lotto drawing, maybe 8 to 12 times a year. We'll have this mechanical machine that'll roll these balls around and poof, someone hits the lotto. Whatever number's on their NFT. She said, oh, I like that. She said, well, what else do you want? I said, well, Parker thinks we need to have him as PFPs. She said, oh, I like it. Let me let these headmates get to work. And that's what she did. She came back. She said, I got it. You need lore. I said, what? What's lore? Like, well, do you know what lore is? Lore. Fuck that mean. She said, like a backstory. I was like, oh, okay. Sounds good to me. What's the backstory? Well, you got to come up with it. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. X-nay on it coming up with a backstory. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm just trying to get the PFP. She said, I got you, actually. Headmates are working again. She came back. She said, I got it. I was like, talk to me. She said, okay, hear me out. There's only going to be 69 of them. I looked at my wife like, what's wrong with this girl? 69, little freak, bro. What the fuck?
Little freaky shit.
I was like, what's going on? I get it. It's crypto, but like, damn. She said, no, 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 relax, dude. The meteor shower hit the California lottery plant. I said, what that got to do with 69? She said, there's 69 lotto balls in the California lottery. I said, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. Shout out to her. She said,
Hi.
she said, I got you. Hi, baby YOLO. She said, I got you. So this meteor shower that hit this California lottery plant had an isotope, and it took these once inanimate objects and brought them to life. I was like, oh shit, tell me more. They're all gonna have a backstory. Oh shit, this shit getting deep. Okay, what else we got? When there's only 69, is that okay? She said, hey, they're gonna be exclusive. But with your mechanical machine, each one of them are gonna have a lotto ball embedded in their body or their head, right? Because they came to life. I was like, oh my God, stop. And she got to work. And she said, it'll be ready on this date, but give me a soft date just in case. I said, okay, no problem. And like always, we wanted to underpromise and overdeliver, right? So these NFTs were inspired by the token, but it also brought some fun form of utility because why? Well, we play poker, duh. We play poker on Tuesdays, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here. We play poker on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here, right? And we're sitting there, we're thinking about it. I go, dude, we can get 50% off every poker tournament. Ooh. You know what else I want? I want like the World Series event. And I kind of kicked my feet a little bit on that one. And a couple people in the community were like, yo, Ghost, we should have like the World Series of poker. I was like, you know what? Say less. I've been trying to think about this, but I got it now. I got it now. We're going to do a point system. So the last Friday of every month, you're not just going to win the typical lotto tokens, but you're going to get a chance to get a free buy-in if you own one of these bad boys. And you're going to get points. And your goal is to get as many points as possible. And the only points you're going to get is at the final table. And the more points you get when we get all the way to December, it's going to be the main event. Ooh, this is looking fun. But on top of you having one of them lotto, OG ballers, on top of that, listen, you're automatically entered into the lotto. Look, I don't know if you're going to win. It's a machine. You might not. In fact, there's probably going to be some people that never win, but it's automatic. You're in it no matter what, right? And the prizes are ridiculous. The first time we ran it 8 weeks ago, Egon, shout out to him, same person that put all these graphics up and made these videos and the songs and got the rights to them and put in work on all the videos ahead of time. That intro video was him. I'll play another video right now in just a moment. He said, I just hit the lotto. His number comes popping out. Dude wins $1,000. The NFTs was like $400. He already winning. What do you think he did with that money? We paying Solana around these parts and occasionally Poly. He slapped the chart. You see, when we do our giveaways, we want you to get cryptocurrency. Don't get it twisted. But we want you to feel no obligation. We want you to be able to do whatever you want with that money. After all, it's yours. You hit a giveaway. Rather than us giving you lotto tokens and taking the risk of you selling them, we'll give you whatever you want. Solana it is. You want a nice family dinner? Cool. Oh, $1,000? You want to put a deposit down on a whip? Cool. Oh, you want to slap the chart? Even better. It's your prerogative, your choice, your decision. Now, on top of all of that, we ran it every single week since we received our machine we bought. Every week, 7, 8 weeks in a row now. We gave out 2,500 last week. We did another $1,000 giveaway for the Lotto OG Ballers, and somebody down below actually hit. It was a split because two balls came out. One of them was Chad Daddy, and the other one was one of our whales, Hinch, which, if you just think about the way the world works, Egon and Hinch were our two biggest winners so far.
And they're our
Hinch is,
biggest contributors.
I mean, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Hinch is a whale. He bought every dip. He never complains about the dip. He's like, cool, I'm getting more tokens now than I got before when I bought. Let's run it. He don't complain, he don't bicker. He just, I want more tokens. In fact, when he hit that 500 on Saturday, first thing he said was, bro, that's going straight into Lotto. I was like, word? He's like, word. I seen it come in right away. Like, let's run it. Not for nothing, Chad put the 500 in as well. So on top of all of this, I even seen Chad buy more today. It's ironic, right? But the people that are putting in the most work and supporting us the most are the ones getting rewarded, ironically. Why is it like that, Pete? Because that's the way we designed it. We
Exactly.
saw we saw grifters getting paid in other communities. We
Yeah.
saw when people got paid in the native token, what they do? They hit the chart and they sold.
Yeah, they dumb.
We learned and then lived, which is exactly what we try our asses off to do with people like yourself that are tuned in. We want y'all to learn and then live. Learning and living is the craziest thing you can ever imagine. Way less mistakes. And even the mistakes you make, they're just less catastrophic. So we learned a lot. We said, okay, we need a token. We want it to be fun, right? But we don't want it to be meta, like a dog or a cat. And it's no disrespect if you got a meta type coin out there. No disrespect. But we wanted it to be its own meta. Hence, just a lotto. Shout out to the dev of the decade for the name. I wouldn't have taken this role, if you will, and been a part of this coin if it wasn't for that dude for two reasons. Giving me a phone call and wanting me to be a part of it, but also the name of the coin, man. Made too much sense. So we got no restrictions on meta because they die out. We had NFT that can be infused into our lotto system. So if you buy an NFT, you obviously a long-term holder. That's one way to get rewarded. If you're playing poker all day, every day with us, twice a week, you definitely want to get one of those because now you're playing enough games and it pays for itself. But my, oh my, it just kept going. We said we got to come up with scratchers. Oh man, it was tough to do scratchers. You know what? I got an idea. Let's do hatchers. It rhymes. Same concept. 506 NFTs. And not for nothing, our OG line, it sold out in 17 minutes, bro. 69 of them gone. We dropped 506 NFTs, which were lotto ball hatchers. And you know what we did? We said every one of them got to win something. Some of them were as small as $20 in Poly, but some of them were as large as $1,000 in Solana. We gave out over $15,000 in prizes just from that one line. And I don't even know if that's the best part about those hatchers. That was the birth of the zeros. That's why Peter Bug got her MJ Lotto Baller Zero up here. Parker Parody's Lotto Baller Zero is on display right now as her PFP. That came from the hatchers.
Yep.
We were supposed to have 6 of them. She 4X'd that because we under promised and over delivered. So of course, Baby YOLO decided to make 24 of them. If you want to count just the dad's baby, 25. Now we get to the point recently where it's time for another line. The line itself, it's got to have lore. Oh, remember that asteroid meteor shower? Remember how it hit the California lottery plant? Well, it stripped a hole into some parallel universe, and these little guys came up with the isotopes, and the DNA mixed with these OGs, and now you have yourself the YOLOtto Minis. The YOLOtto Minis are pint size. They cause mad chaos. And now there's more utility because in this particular case, these 69, they're a collaboration. And that collaboration is with Team YOLO's ecosystem. What is that, Ghost? It's on the BNB chain. A year ago, and then some. She dropped a coin and another coin that work together on the BNB chain. You first got the CNT. That's the cat named Toast. That is just a coin on the BNB, but it's a smart contract. In fact, it's got a 7% tax. Every time there's a buy and there's a sell, 7% of that buy and sell goes to a wallet. Some of it gets distributed to the liquidity pool of the other coin, which that token is called, so fitting, Baby YOLO. That Baby YOLO token itself has a liquidity pool that just keeps getting higher and higher and higher and higher. In fact, it's higher than the market cap currently. That means if everybody sold their Baby YOLO tokens all at once, there would still be over $20,000 to $30,000 in that liquidity pool just sitting there. That's what you call an ecosystem. And it doesn't stop there. Instead of her dropping her Solana token late December, early January, she said, Ghost, you're starting this Lotto token. I want to be all about it. So she created multiple lines of NFTs. If you want to do the math, 69, 69, 138 plus the 506, 638, 644, 644 NFTs later. The last 69 was the collab. And I got to tell you, she's getting close to dropping that Solana token. And what do you think it's going to do? It's going to be a smart contract. It's going to move the transactions and the fees all over the place. So here's the best part about this particular NFT drop. Not only if you don't have an NFT, but you play poker, you get an opportunity to get the 50% off. But if you already have an NFT, you get an additional 50% off, which is 75% off. You still get the free game, obviously. And if you don't have any, and this is your first one, you get the free game on the last Friday of the month, which just so happens to be this upcoming Friday in 2 days, the 28th of March, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same place. You get all those perks still. You're still automatically entered into the live Lotto ball drawing on Saturdays at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But on top of all of that, you're getting a reflection wallet that's evenly distributing Baby YOLO tokens to those 69 holders for 6 months. On top of that, if you know anything about her chaotic ways, and that's Lost Girl I'm referencing now, the creator of chaos, she used to be causing havoc. She's referenced these little pint size, these little YOLOtto ballers, these minis. She's referenced them as chaotic. What does that mean, Ghost? Rumor has it they're going to be dropping NFTs from time to time to those 69 holders. On top of that, when the newest coin drops, they're going to be getting airdrops of the newest coin as well. It's the gift that keeps giving. You see that? Even my machine knows to put the thumbs up and hearts. And let's see if we can get a, could we get a trifecta?
That was perfect.
Can we get a trifecta? Yo, Egon, where's my 4th of July at? Thank you, bro. Sorry, bro. My dude's trying to keep up with me, bro, but I'm all over the place. But good shit, trifecta. Um, but yeah, long story short, this line is available right now. I kid you not. I'm gonna play one video real quick. There's 471 of you watching. If you just tuned in, now is the time to share the love. It don't cost you nothing to repost this if you're on X or quote it. We're playing truth or dare. God, Egon's
What?
really stepping his game up, bro.
What? How did he do that?
He's on point, bro. So we
Say
got
what? Egon, cut it out.
unbelievable. So we got so we got the opportunity on X to watch us play truth or dare tonight. We got some young people down below, patient, to jump up here and play with us. So we're gonna bring them up in just a moment. But before I do, this is the perfect time to like it, repost it, quote it. They got truth or dare I heard coming up, and of course, reply. That's what get these algos cooking. If you're on X, do all 4 of those. If you're on YouTube, then just hit it with a reply. We see all of the live chat right here, right now. And just maybe you get your name up like Lotto. And just maybe is, I want to see Ghost's closet of hats. I can show you one day, Pa. Only because I trust you and I love you. We are Lotto fan, Bam, says Ed Bone. Hit it up, guys. Hit those replies, get those algos cooking, get these people coming in here to see this. And in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break to listen to a video and watch, produced by yours truly, Egon. And this is the YOLOtto Minis for that ass. All right, with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for reposting everything, you guys. We did break 500 already, which is great. The first 30 minutes in, we are on pace to do mad numbers tonight. And because we're about to have a blast, I can only imagine how many more people are going to come in here. And that concurrent viewer should go up because ain't nobody about to leave when they hear what the fuck we about to do. Truth or dare, your guess is as good as mine on what's going to take place tonight. Now, without further ado, I want to give a shout out to the Dev of the Decade, Motown. I want to give a special shout out to .com Parker. I want to give a special shout out to his parody account, Parker Parody, because she's co-hosting with me all day, day. I want to give a special shout out to, of course, Safe Munyolo, right? Gotta give credit where credit's due. This particular project would not be as potent and it would not be popping if it wasn't for them PFPs in the form of NFTs that are going absolutely wild. And tonight, I will show you a sneak peek of some of these that are still left on the market, if of course they're still left on the market by the time we get to that point in time. Everybody else that's showing up and showing out, I want to say thank you so much. Shout out to OG Tigress, aka Tiggy AF. Shout out to Motown, my brother. I'm gonna bring you up one at a time. We're gonna start with Massimo. Massimo is absolutely eager to jump up here. We're talking text messages, the whole 9 yards. He is absolutely ready to bring the heat, he said. So without further ado, one of the most motivational, inspirational beings I've came across. It's time to hear what he's got to say. And as I bring up the rest of y'all, let's give Massimo the mic to see what he's got to get off his chest.
Hola.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hola, hola.
It's hey Ghost, it's funny that you talk about texting because I can't stop, excuse me, thinking about the stream the other day when you said how you're like split fucking personalities, like completely different person when it comes to like chats, DMs and texts. And let me tell you guys,
I don't
he
recall
he
saying that, but I
he
like it.
was
Maybe my other
he
guy
was
was
saying
saying
the
it.
truth. We were chat. I mean, we're on our Lotto board directors chat all day, and then we're texting. But like, there's like minutes between messages in this chat. But like, I mean, hours between messages and texts between us. I think we're kind of on the same boat there. But no, man, I'm just rejuvenated, brother. I had 2 days where I kind of shut down everything for a little bit. Had to make sure I hooked up the Apple Watch though, because I couldn't be missing those steps for the Lotto Walk
Yeah,
Challenge,
man, I'm mad I missed that,
or
dog.
the Lotto Steps.
Y'all got the lotto steps, and I somehow missed that whole
I miss
combo.
it
But
too.
hey,
Next
but more
time.
power next time we play. More power to
Yeah.
y'all.
It's fun, man. It's good, but no, I disconnected, bro. I took the girls and wife and I. We went up to a big indoor water park up on the north side in Ohio, and we had a great time. I was just feeling good, and before I get going, there's something weird over here, real quick. I think someone wants to say something real fast. Hold on one second.
We just hit the lotto.
Wow. Okay, hold
So
on, hold
cute.
on. No, that
We
was
just
cute.
hit the
That was
lotto.
cute, but that was weak. Hold on one second, ladies. Redeem yourselves right now in my name, please. We just hit the lotto. Still, the
That
phone's
was
a little worse, but much
absolutely
better.
amazing.
You got feedback.
All right, a little better.
I
Yeah.
did that on purpose because anytime we say we just hit the lotto, whoa, whoa,
But hey, no, listen. I know there's a big agenda tonight, and speaking of our agenda, it's always spreading the gospel, right? And someone once told me that success when speaking is not being judged by the knowledge you share, but it's being judged based upon what is received by the listeners. And I start that because I think knowledge can mean a lot of things too, right? It's not always measured by education. It's not always measured by experience, by the way you grow, but really by the way you grow through life. And I'm constantly trying to gain more knowledge in all walks of life. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to actually be capable of opening your eyes to opportunities, right? Having the right vision. That's another thing that Ghost once spoke about. Was vision and another spaces call. And while I didn't necessarily have the opportunity at that point to chime in and talk about it, I knew there would be an opportunity, but I really wanted it to happen, just like we want everything to happen in our community, right? Organically. And today, I had the opportunity, and really, I should say, the blessing to speak with a community member on the phone who I can proudly say um, is growing, right? And if you guys saw my post, I'd shared what we were talking about tonight, and I asked a question: are you simply just going through life, or are you growing through life, right? And there's a massive difference, guys, right? But what side are you on? And a lot of us may think, oh, where I'm growing, doing that, but are you actually promoting true growth, right? Or are you promoting, moderate growth through stagnation? Are you missing opportunities to grow? We say all the time about how adversity is just an opportunity, right? But at the end of the day, if you don't have the right vision, if your eyes are not viewing these situations or viewing the things or challenges that you are going through, then you're going to be missing. I think you could be missing a lot. And I was speaking to this community member, and I just was inspired. And you all know where my energy came from today, Ghost. Two things: one, getting rejuvenated with the family, just God willing, have an amazing 2 days hanging out with them and shutting off pretty much everything. And two, that phone call with that community member, right? Because I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this individual, and mind you guys, if any of you did ever reach out to speak to me, I'd mention I'm here, obviously, but just know that our conversations are our conversations. This individual gave me permission to come up here because I was talking to him. I said, dude, this is some powerful shit, man. I was like, and I think, I don't want to miss an opportunity here to share, your growth and share kind of, what it's meant to you, and most importantly, how you got there, right? I think that there are two things, excuse me, that are absolutely critical in order to obtain growth in any areas of life. Number one is sight, right? You have to have the right vision in order to identify just where you're at in life. Are you going through it, right? Or are you growing through it? And here's the thing: it's a whole hell of a lot easier to grow through life if you understand what you need to have your vision set on. So what do I mean by that? I mean, ultimately, I'm talking about perspective, right? Take the story, that everyone's heard a million times about the set of twins, right? Their father was an alcoholic abusive father. One of the sons turned out to be an alcoholic abusive father. The other one turned out wildly successful, amazing career, happy life, right? And what's the difference? It's the vision that they had. It's how they viewed these things that they are dealing with and going through life, and the type of mindset or mentality that you have it, right? Vision is the art of seeing what's invisible to others, right, but inevitable to you. And another example of choosing your path through sight, through having the right vision, is the classic a villain versus hero story, right? I mean, what's the difference between a hero and a coward, right? Or a hero and a villain? The difference is what they choose to do about the situations that they've been in, right? A vision says, "Fuck, the world hurt me. I'm gonna hurt it back," right? Fuck that. Like, I went through this. Everyone needs to go through that. But a hero right? Someone with courage. They say, you know, the world hurt me, and that sucked, but I became better because of it, and I'm not going to let anyone else go through that either, right? We all have fears, right? And we all have things that we go through in life that ultimately put us in a position to where we have to decide which path are we going to take, right? We're all scared of getting hurt. We're all scared of failing. But it's what the hero does that makes them an actual hero, right? And it's what the other guy does that ultimately makes them a coward or ultimately, you know, makes them a villain. And I'll say this to you guys, fear of anything, failure, whatever, it's not real. And I want to say that again. Fear, guys, is literally not real. How can something be real that's a product of your imagination? The only place that fear is capable of existing is literally in our thoughts in the future. So it is a product of our imagination. It does not exist. It is not real. It's causing us to fear things that are not present, right? May actually never be present. So again, fear is not real. Fear is actually nothing but contaminated faith. It's a contaminated thought process. So, you know, a question to ask, you know, yourselves is, do you allow fear to control you, right? Is it living inside of you? Is it preventing you from growth? Is it preventing you from wealth? Is it preventing you from stronger relationships or overcoming challenges from your goals? But my question is, if we all know now, right? Like scientifically speaking, I just made it very clear to you that fear is a liar, right? It's a thief. Fear not only is a liar, it can't fight, right? It can't fly. Think about the fight or flight response. It can't do either. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Fear's sole purpose, right? Contaminated faith. Fear's sole purpose is to prevent you or rob you from reaching or obtaining your dreams. So the question really becomes, when you are going through these challenges in life, when you have things in life that you know you want to be better in, right? Are you strong? It's not, are you strong enough to handle the situation, right? It's, are you strong enough to handle your mind and control your vision? Because you actually have two options when facing fear, guys. It's very simple. Well, I guess three, because you could just completely avoid it and ignore it. I don't know anyone yet that's been capable of doing that, but it's real simple. You can either forget everything and run, right? Fear is an acronym. Forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. Now, the second part of that, and it's really really fast, is the
You can't
accountability
say that.
aspect.
You can't say that and just like move on. Like think about the acronyms you just described, and you got to like break those down for people to keep up with, because those were both extremely potent, and there was two ways to handle fear. So
Well, hey,
again,
good. The good news, my bro, is when I say the second part, I mean the second part of handling fear, of overcoming challenges, right? Because I completely agree, and you're right. I mean, and that's real powerful. I sponsored my daughter's indoor soccer club team last year, and they were Team Fear. And I had my, you know, my I have a program, Motivate You, right? Believe. And they were Team Fear. I had my logo on there and everything. And let me tell you, like, just, you know, just the conversation. And I know the sport, right? I've been around it my entire life. My brother played professionally. He was number recruit in the nation at high school. Like, I've been around it my whole life. My daughter represented the U.S. for her age group last summer. Like, but I'm not a soccer coach, right? Like, I didn't play soccer at a really high level. But what I can tell you right now is, when it comes to youth sports, right? Like, I did play volleyball at the highest level possible, and I am coaching, right? So I had bring a different perspective there. But what I can tell you right now is that, especially in young athletes, or with anyone where you're going through things, but especially with these young athletes, when if you can get their if you can get them motivated, if you can get their mind, their vision on the right path, they are going to outperform, you know, regardless, because they're going to be trying harder, right? It's going to mean more to them. And speaking of meaning more, you know, to them, you know, this actually brings me right back to that second part that I was talking about here, which is accountability. Like, I don't care how independent you are. I don't care how strong mentally you are. I mean, even I need accountability in my life, guys. And I'm going to say that right now. You guys are a massive piece of that, right? You can't speak a big game, you know, talk a big talk without walking the big walk. At least not for me, right? And actually, the person I spoke to today, that was
but hold
actually,
on, Massimo. I want
Yep.
you to hit it home so they really fully, man, even I keep up with shit. And even I didn't keep up with it. Fear, the acronym for both angles. Forget everything and run. FEAR, forget everything and run. And the second fear was face everything and
Rise, baby.
rise. See, I didn't even catch it. I was like, hold up. Fear everything and run, or face everything and rise to the occasion. Those are extremely important to keep in mind, you guys. Acronyms are potent because what an acronym does is when you're feeling that set emotion now, you can decide which one you're going to be. Are you going to run from the problem? You're going to face it and you're going to rise. Your fight or flight, you got to identify if it's on point or not at all times. Because sometimes that's a tricky one where you might feel like getting away from the problem is the easiest way, but sometimes it kind of bites you in the ass. You also got to face it at times,
Well, you know,
right?
let me ask you a question to that, because you're absolutely right, man. Like you're absolutely right. You know, now when you are facing fear, just as you were saying, right? And yeah, you can forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise, right? What is one way, Ghost, that you could say right now when you're in a position like that, that would help you, right? Something in your life that would help you face everything and rise, as opposed to forgetting everything and running.
Well, I go a little bit, I think, different because I've never really been the running type. Like I think like I accept the challenge, right? But what I do is I identify the controllable variables. So, like, for example, if something takes place and I sincerely have absolutely no control over it, the outcome or any variable within it, to me, it's irrelevant to even waste time on it. There's not enough hours in a day to comprehend how messed up the situation is or celebrate how amazing it is. I don't
Right.
have any way to do it. So for me, that's ignorance is bliss
Mhm.
versus knowledge is power. Like if there's actually something there that I could essentially control and it has a direct impact on the outcome, then 100% without a doubt, I'm going to rise. I'm going to face it and I'm going to rise because I know what I can work on that can potentially alter the outcome. So you're talking to someone essentially that you can even ask my wife, right? Like fear is something I don't really necessarily worry or fear as much as I try and game plan on how to either get myself out of this mess or figure out how to overcome the struggle more than anything. So I'm kind of a bad one to ask that question, but why don't you tell us more or less what you mean by it though?
Yeah,
Like
and
like an
really what
example
I
in
was getting
life or
at, oh, absolutely. And really what I was getting at when I was asking that question, I was asking more so like, you and I, right, we are very similar in many ways. And I understand that aspect about you, right? But, and I think every single one of us has that in us. When I say has that in us, I mean I think every single one of us has the ability to face everything and rise, right? Every time we deal with it. But there are certain things in life that can make it easier for us. And that's kind of where I was getting with the question. Like, what can you do and what can you put in your life, to help you make sure that when you have those situations, it's easier for you to face everything and rise than it is to forget everything and run. And that was when I was talking with the community member today, the big difference between, this individual said to me that he's had thoughts for years about the things, the demons he knew he needed to face, the fears in his life that he had to face. And there are many situations to where he did face it and he did rise. But, tying back to my question, right? How do you sustain that? How do you continue going through that process? You got to make sure you have certain things in your life, right? Support systems to be there. And, and Ghost, you and I are incredibly blessed. We have unbelievably strong, amazing women in our lives. They're our why, our daughters, right? That's our why. That's easy for us. Like, no matter what I'm ever
100%.
feeling, no matter what I'm feeling, if I ever have a moment of weakness, I just look at my wife and my kids, and that shit is gone. But that's my point. Like, not everyone necessarily has that. And you know as well as I do how much our vision and thoughts and everything changed when our girls were born. Well, in this case, this individual, had talked to me and said, I knew I wanted to face these demons. I knew I wanted to face these fears. I knew I wanted to change, but it's just hard, man. And there are a few things that he said to me, and he'd said how, and this is really what hit me. He's like, I want better for myself. And he said, I'm not always perfect. He's like, I'm not always doing the right things. He says, I continue to slip up. He's like, even sometimes within the community, he's like, but he's like, I finally have a reason, and I finally have the support around me to do it. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this individual, and I'm thinking to myself, I said, so this has been a long time that this person's been trying to face these demons, face these fears. And you're telling me that, this little crypto community, right? This little crypto community of like-minded individuals has given you the strength to face these demons, to demand more of yourself, to literally say, I want better for myself, right? Um, I mean, that is power, man. So and really, I wanted to share with all of you, right? Just how incredibly strong this community is, and just how, and just the ability that the words that you speak, the ability those words have to impact people. I've said this again. I've been blown up in my DMs by a lot of you many times, and let me say, you guys, that you have no idea. That does more for me. I've heard Ghost say this so many times as well. This does more for me, guys, than you, and whatever it is you think I'm doing for you. Because an individual like me, right? I judge my success. I judge my growth, right? I just judge the path that I'm on based upon the impact that I make around others. So you guys are literally paying me. You're filling my bank. You're filling my cup. You're filling my soul. I appreciate that. And yeah, I did text Ghost, and I was fired up today. And I want to tell you, one of the things I said was, Ghost, I said, just like the lotto, this is just the beginning. Mike, I have so much more to share with this community. I said, I was like, and I'm so incredibly thankful, right, to be a part of it. I said it before, but I'll say it again. You guys came into my life at a time then, that I did not know what I was about to face, and there was no time for fear, right? There was no time for fear. But I can't tell you right now that I would have faced those fears and I would have faced those challenges as strong as I did if I didn't have the right vision, going back to what I said, number one, right? To do so. And again, like, yeah, I I feel like I'm in a good place mentally, at a very good place mentally, to face every single challenge that I come across. But just like all of you, I am human, and there are times when I need that little extra strength, and I found it right within you guys, within this community, and it's been amazing. I'm rejuvenated, and I'm excited, that this still is just the beginning, and to imagine where we are going to be, as we continue to go months down the road, right? And there's one thing, I want to say here, before I pass you back off, but when you are facing these fears, or when you're facing these challenges, just as this community member did in life, right? Remember, you have to have the right sight, the right vision. View the things that you are going through as opportunities for growth, right? But also, don't be afraid to lean on people, and to reach out to people, and reach out to the community, and have, give yourself the ability to have some accountability, right? And that may mean just internal accountability, right? And like, not necessarily someone checking in on you, but knowing that, okay, I spoke my story. I talked about the challenges I'm facing. I talked about the demons I'm facing, the fears that I have. And I'm saying to you right now, I don't want to forget everything and run anymore. I want to face everything and rise, right? So by just simply speaking that, or just simply, texting that, or reaching out to someone about that, you are internally rewiring your brain to not fail, right? You are internally rewiring your brain to remind yourself, I've told people how important this is to me. I've told people what I need to, what I want to do. I told people that I want to face everything and rise, right? I know the challenges. and you hold yourself accountable internally, right? Like the mind and body is an incredibly complex thing, but at the end of the day, you can use it to your advantage because we're hardwired to do certain things, and you are hardwired internally to to focus on something more, to be stronger with something that you have talked to people about, and that you have expressed is important to you, right? I'm incredibly proud of this member I spoke to today, and I got to say to you, man, you know, we say I hate letting people down, right? First of all, you're never letting anyone down, right? You may be letting yourself down internally at times, right? But that's just like we all do. But the first, step in that process of facing everything and rising is having the right sight and having the ability to identify the issue and to speak it. So you're on that fucking path, my man. I'm incredibly proud of you, and I'm incredibly excited to see just how far that path takes you.
I love it, bro. I think it's an extremely rewarding thing to impact people for the positive. I think, sometimes it's just the second voice. In sales, they talk about second voice all the time. It's like you need to hear that outsider's voice that really resonates with what you're trying to understand sometimes about yourself, but also what you're trying to accomplish. And I think that's the epitome of living and learning. Living and learning is difficult. It's the hard route. But if you learn then live, you get an opportunity. And sometimes we're just in our own way. I think
Yes, sir.
I've said this once, I've said this a gazillion times. It's a you versus you battle. That's what this is. It's a you versus you battle because to his point of accountability, there's always a moment that you can reflect on a circumstance or a situation, as shitty as it is, and you can always think about how you can hold yourself accountable, right? You have a choice as to how you react, how you respond, how you treat others. You have these choices. And even when you're dealt unforeseen circumstances, you still have that choice at least to hold yourself accountable on how you're going to respond to the adversity moving forward. And it's really important to understand it's you versus you, man. Get out your own way. You ain't got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. You got to get out of your own way.
Yo, you
Um,
know what? I want to say real quick, man. You hit the nail on the head with that the accountability aspect. But listen, this individual just actually reached out to me and said he wants to take that accountability a step further. And he asked me to go ahead and let you all know that this person I spoke to was White Boy. And at the end of the day, the demon he's been facing has been, really brought on by the challenges that he's faced in life. I mean, the guy's got a freaking graveyard of death anniversaries that he deals with, and ultimately, from an accountability aspect, a lot of it has to do with who you surround yourself with, right? And he'd said, that look, having the right people around me, not the right people. They're like, hey man, tomorrow will be a better day. It sucks here, do this, drink this, whatever, smoke this, snore this, whatever it may be. And so now, he, and by doing so, you're all accountability partners. And I'm proud of you more so for bro for taking that step.
I spoke to White Boy on camera. I think you had fell asleep 4 nights ago, and we spoke for a really long time on live actually. And I was explaining to him the effects of alcohol. Obviously, everybody knows that alcohol impairs your judgment, and it is always a split-second decision that comes into play while you're drinking, in which you would have perhaps acted in a different manner. It's why I don't drink, to be quite honest with you. I like being in control, right? So if you're drinking and
Absolutely.
you're impaired, all of a sudden that line, that tree to smoke, that our argument, that dispute, that phone call, that lack of an answer on a phone call, those text message wars, your judgment's impaired. And the problem is you have confidence. So imagine being as confident as you've ever felt, right? This is what liquor does to people. You get so confident, but at the same token, your judgment's impaired. So imagine how many mistakes you make that you didn't even know were mistakes, whether you forgot about it or the person you did wrong didn't even waste the time to reach out to you and tell you what you did. These are all things that I tell people you have nothing to lose. Like, put it down for a little bit. Just see the moment of clarity you get. Just see those individuals you surround yourself with when you're sober and they're not, how off the walls they are. How every time you somehow get into some deep intellectual conversation and it's for what? A debate, an argument. It gets hot, heated. Pretty soon you guys are slap boxing, turning into a real fist fight. Or they make poor decisions. They get behind the wheel when they're under the influence. Your life can be snatched from you fast. I know a lot of people that were drinking and having a good time and just got behind, someone else who was driving in which that mistake was made, right? It's mistakes in life that are detrimental, catastrophic to your well-being. They feel like it's never going to pass. If you're alive, they'll pass. Time will pass. You will be able to deal and cope with it easier. But why even flirt with that? I always say my wife taught me this. They call alcohol a spirit. Well, I want the spirit in me, altering my Holy Spirit, altering my judgment day moments. Because again, it's a split second decision that's impaired while you have confidence, thinking the decision you made is on point. How do you hone in to feel if it's the right decision or not if your judgment is impaired? It's amazing how many people turn their life around when they stop drinking. They say marijuana is the gateway. I think it's opposite. I think alcohol is the gateway because I've been blitzed before, sipping. And guess what? Fly, spur of the moment decisions. Yeah, I'll smoke. Yeah, I'll have some fun with that. That's what happens. When I'm smoking, I don't really get that same urge. I don't get behind the wheel with confidence, smashing everywhere, right? There's a big difference in the substance. And sometimes because alcohol is so easy to get, you don't even realize you're abusing it. But it doesn't agree with everybody. In fact, I really haven't found someone it agrees with. My wife is a fun drunk. She really is. She's like dancing, having a good time. Everything's great. She's probably the only person I know that really never had an issue when she's drinking like that.
Except I hate the way it tastes.
She hates the way it tastes, though.
And I don't like that I get drunk or I get like a
She
hungover
drinks
feeling.
so slow that she'll get a hangover before shit hits her. But it's like we could do without it, right? My point is, with White Boy, for example, I told him that night, I said, hey, just one day at a time. Just take a day off from drinking. Next day, take another day. And he had hit 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna bring up White Boy because he is down below before we play our Family Feud. I lied, truth or dare. But I do want to give a special shout out of someone who came in here who's been going ham on the poker payouts, who's been doing all the editing and all the craziness to this. We should have stopped for a second and said hi to you earlier. But Egon, how are you, my dude? It's nice to see you up here. He's like, oh, I'm busy.
What? I wasn't sleeping. You were sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, actually. Hold on. Let me get the glasses off. I can barely hear.
Who falls asleep more, Egon? You or me? Let's be honest.
You,
There we
Massimo.
go. Oh my God. Well, see,
I'll take it.
at least at least you do it with grace. You're here. You're on the space. You're speaking intelligently. Like I woke up and I was like, "Ha." Make a sheep fight joke, and then I was like, "No, that's stupid. These guys are being serious and genuine and awesome."
I'll normally
And
wake
then
up.
later you'll just you're out.
That's right. That's
You've
when you
made
get
an
those like
amazing
2 or
point.
3 a.m. DMs.
It's
Right.
the funniest thing ever. I just wanted to say hi, Egon. You good? You can kick back, man. You've been grinding all
Hello, guys.
day, putting together some
Yeah, I'm
videos and
actually
everything.
doing poker payouts right now for in case anybody's wondering and you're all listening. You're like, hey, why is he joking around up there? Nah, I'm paying y'all.
I love it. I appreciate you so much for everything you do, man. We're gonna jump up to Mr. Young Pat in the building, aka White Boy, that of course my Simo was talking about and your boy was talking about. Tell me right now, Mr. Young Pat, how many days we got under the belt?
Well, with my last post, I put the picture. Don't be jive on day 5. I don't remember if I put one up, if I needed, if I don't remember if that was the day of yesterday. But if it
I
was
think it's
yesterday,
day 5.
then if that was yesterday, then shit, don't quit on day 6.
No, I think that was earlier today.
It
All
was?
right, well,
Yeah.
shit, then shit, we good.
Hey, congratulations, man. I know it ain't that difficult. You've done it before, but are you starting to feel good? You starting to be in positions that you're like, damn, I would have probably made a different decision if I was a little tipsy there.
Oh man, what? I've been going through that shit in my head already, man. Fuck. Now I'm just like, well, shit, the damage is done. Shit, if it's gonna be undone, it's gonna be undone.
I love it though, man. Keep it up, bro. I asked you for 30 days, doggy. I just want 30 days from you, and
I double that.
I want to hear it.
I
Because what,
double
man,
that.
the
I
irony
double
of it
that.
all, right? You know
I'm
how
gonna throw.
karma work.
I'm gonna throw 30 on top of your 30. We're gonna
Hey,
go
I
60.
love it, bro. Shit, maybe it'll become a way of life when you see the change. I mean, look, bro, we talked
I
Saturday.
think. I think I
Before
just
you
heard.
know it,
I think
you got a
I
job
just.
opportunity, no?
I think I just heard Massimo say he gonna put 30 on top of my 30 on top of your 30, and we're gonna go 90.
Hey, you know
Let's
what?
go.
Thank you for saying that. I just want to
I,
let you guys know, right?
I think I heard that.
I said before, right? So, our body, our mind is incredibly smart, right? It has scientifically been proven. It takes 90
Hey, what up,
days of
Hinch? You're live right
discipline.
now, Bubba. How you feeling?
What's up?
One.
How you guys
Hey, I
doing?
just want to make sure you knew. Go ahead, Massimo. We'll get
Yes,
to
sir.
Hinch next, obviously.
What's
What's
up,
going on,
Hinch?
though?
No, I
What's
was
up?
saying
Go ahead.
it is scientifically proven, guys, that it takes 90 days to create a lifestyle difference, right? You can create a habit, but habits are not necessarily lifestyle changes, right? So it creates 90 days. If you can do something disciplined for 90 days, that it is almost impossible to break uh, within your actual lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle, no longer a habit.
I
So
love
90
that, man.
days.
Hey, I can't wait to see, man. I know you got an opportunity to start working too, Mr. Young Pat. So hopefully that goes smooth. Keep us posted with
Yeah.
that, bro. But that's how it works, man. All of a sudden you get an opportunity, you ain't sleeping on it. You like, man, I'm gonna get that. Give me some extra bread now. The
But
legitimized way is the best.
like real shit though, like, cause the person put me on there. Man, we run that bag up. You heard me? That's about all I can say. You feel me? Like, yeah. Um. So like, it's always been that relationship. You feel me? So this been on the table for me since like probably December, January for sure. You heard me?
And what do you think made you finally take initiative to try and actually land it
Well, I
and like
brought
get started?
when
Bless you.
remember I had the beach day a couple days ago when my homeboy came with me and we came out here to Jacksonville. We pulled up on my people, and my homeboy that I went to the beach with, he a mechanic. So my people told him about getting a mechanic job. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck. Well, I can't have him go up here by himself because that ain't gonna work. I gotta be there for him to even get the fucking job. So I get here, I'm mad than a motherfucker already because I don't want to be here because I know where this shit going. The cracker with me, he trying to glorify the dope life and shit, and I'm pissed off because he drunk. He think this shit cool because I know what I'm going to do. You heard me? Like, and so and hey, it just falls into place. You heard me? It
I
just falls
love it.
into place, bro.
Ain't no such thing as a coincidence, man. I love it. Hey, Hinch, man. We was talking about you earlier. I know your ears were ringing. I know you slapped the chart with that 500 that you
Hi,
want to hit in
Hinge.
the lotto. What up, Hinch?
What's up, guys? Yeah, man. I was listening. I was only off for like the last 15 minutes. I had to call a friend that said they needed my help, so I was like, I'll give them a call quick before I hop on. But I
I
was
love
listening.
it, bro. I love it, bro. You enjoying some time off right now? I think you said you was off for the next couple of days, no?
Yeah, I'm off. My daughter's been in the hospital for the last 2 days. She's been like it has like an asthma attack, and she hasn't been able to breathe right for the last. So she's tonight's the last night, and she'll be home in the morning. But she's doing a lot better now, thank God.
Oh, I'm
Man,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it
I
sucked,
love
man.
it.
I couldn't breathe at all. It was like it was scary as hell. I'm like, we need to take her in now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
I love
I'm
that she's going
sorry.
home. My
yeah,
wife's like, don't say I love that. I was like, no, I love that she's going home. Like
yeah. No,
tomorrow.
she's
I
sick.
already spoke to Hinch offline. We good.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, Hinch, to kind of circle that up real quick, man. This is a trip, bro, because so my oldest, it was around Easter time. So all the pollen done changed and everything was moving. And one day she was at school and she just wasn't feeling right. So I was like, all right, I pick her up early. On the way home, like, you wanna go to the doctor? She's like, no, I'm okay. But she's like barely talking, bro. So I must have went to the office, did something, whatever. My wife's like, dude, take her to the ER or something now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on? You know, she's just not really. She's saying it's hard to breathe. Like, damn, I go back in there. Like, you okay? She's like, I'm okay. Like, yeah, let's go. So we go to the ER, and they're like, oh, right when COVID hit too.
Yep.
Oh, she probably has COVID. So they rush her in there to give her the test. No COVID, negative. I'm like, okay. Well, she has a fever though, so some kind of viral infection or some kind, right? Okay. But listen, we don't have any pediatrics, type of shit here at this ER. So we're gonna pop you in an ambulance. We're gonna send you over here. I'm like, okay. So we hop in an ambulance. We go to the other hospital. We get there. They start running tests. Negative, no COVID. They run the whole viral panel. Nothing comes back. But she has like a fever curve. I'm like, Her oxygen level was so low, bro, that
Mm.
they were just like uncomfortable about it.
Yep.
So they put her on the oxygen. And I'm sitting there and we go to sleep that night. Wake up in the morning. And a couple doctors in and out, they're running blood, they're running, they don't know what's going on. I'm like, now I'm starting to get uncomfortable, bro. I done already hit up the people I know. Yo, give me that verse. Let me
Mm-hmm.
really understand what I'm supposed to be saying right now. And that's what I started doing. I started praying, and it was day 2, so basically like maybe 24 hours of being in there.
Mm-hmm.
My baby girl goes, Dad, like, what's up? She's like, am I gonna die in here? Bro, I done lost my.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna? So for the past day and a half, almost basically, she didn't even have the strength to ask those words.
Oh boy.
I said, baby girl, do I look concerned? She said, no. I said, we in the best possible scenario. This is like literally a hospital for kids. We good. Like, no, you're not gonna let you die in here, baby. I got you. But bro, inside, bro,
That's tough.
probably the worst thing I ever heard my kids say to me, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
She's done seen CNN probably on in the background. She done heard people are dying over this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she really thought like this might be it. So I was fucked up. And so I'm hitting up my doctor friend. The irony of my whole doctor friend is when I was a kid, she was my pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
My little sister's pediatrician. She was over 40, she was almost 40. And my mom had my little sister, which she had delivered at 40. Yeah, 41, I think. And the doctor's like, how did you do it? My mom's like, in vitro, I had to give shots in my stomach every night, da 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 da. First one miscarried, yeah, whatever. So my mom told her what she did. That doctor did the same thing and had twins. So she like loves my family, bro, like beyond love, like out of her way, calls shit in for us all the time, no matter what time of day, no matter where it is. She's always ready, dog. Sweetest, beautifulest person you can ask for to just be available
Mm-hmm.
anytime I needed it, right? So of course I called her and she's like, honey, ask him to run an allergy panel. And this is like day 3, bro.
Nah, dude, that was me, dude. I was like pissed
Oh, that's
off.
right. Yeah, that's right. You're right. So
Why
day
you
3,
lying?
I know. Apparently I got the story wrong. My fault. So day 3, should have seen how mad she was till she put her foot down at me.
I just remember
You're
that.
getting beat.
Day-
Like,
no, I'm playing. Day 3, she's gonna get me. Day 3, of being in ICU, bro, and them not understanding what's going on. We run the allergy panel,
mm-hmm.
and it comes back like everything, bro.
Yep.
Like cats, dogs. Like we just got the Great Dane, guys.
Yep.
Cats, dander this, dander that, hair dander. We just got a rabbit, big ass
Right.
rabbit.
And dust, pollen,
Days,
Feathers.
goose feathers, daisies, eggs, blah, blah. Like I mean, just
leaves. Yeah.
bro, oxygen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hydrogen. Like
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about here? She's like at the time I was 7 or 8 years old. What are you talking about? And they're like she also had a curve, a fever curve, which she had to have had an illness of some kind, undetectable on their 3,000 they can run. And then on top of all of that, they're like, and she must have also had an asthmatic reaction. Basically, you might as well just tell me I have like irregular bowel syndrome. My stomach hurts. You don't know what it is. Just everything under the sun, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started praying hard, bro. Like, bro, I couldn't dip because if I dip, I needed to get tested for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife is bringing me shit. She can't come in unless she gets tested. She's got the 2 little ones at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And just in the exterior, my exterior was like calm as a cucumber, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But inside, I don't think I ever been as uncomfortable in my life, bro. And I'm praying, bro. Easter Sunday, we're in there for 5 days at this point. Easter Sunday, it was Wednesday to Sunday at the time. She's doing an Easter egg hunt, bro, at the hospital in her gown, all frail and shit. And I'm just like, man, you know how many people find out their kid has like cancer or some crazy illness, bro? And this is a permanent thing that they go through. I was like, damn. And Easter Sunday, bro, they released us from ICU and put us in a room. Like, talk about the prayers answered, bro. Talk about the affirmation, bro. And it's been an isolated event. Never happened since then.
It's the power of prayer, man.
Power of prayer. And I'll tell you the truth, bro. To an extent, I can relate, obviously, right? It's not a fun feeling being a father or a mother, a parent in general, and just knowing you can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm relying on these doctors that I'm asking them to do things that my wife's telling me and the other doctors telling me for them to even run these kind of things. And that's a scary feeling, bro, when you're helpless. You're relying on these people
They
to.
were giving her eggs every day.
Every day she was getting eggs for breakfast.
Yep. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, man, if you can't figure it out, you got to do. It's like, okay, it's not the battery in the car. You check the alternator. Okay, let's try the starter motor, the voltage regulator. You kind of progressively. And it's just like, you just keep testing the battery, bro. She don't have COVID. You guys have done it 4 tests, bro, in 4 days. Like, what are we doing here? And I'm not here to complain about the medical professionals. Hey, dude, that was a crazy time for them all.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them, bro. They're here to help, right? But that feeling of being a helpless parent, bro, I know what you felt to an extent. We're all different, but relative. So sorry you had to go through that. And I'm so beyond happy that she's coming home tomorrow.
Thanks, man. Yeah, my daughter, the same daughter, actually, when she's 8.5, but when she was 11 months old, her eye, like her left eye it just looked off, almost like she was rubbing it really hard for like a week straight. And then over time, I'm like, damn, does it look like her eyeball is like getting
Protruding.
or protruding out? Because your eyeballs are huge.
Right.
And my wife's like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, well, let's take her in quick because there's something wrong. Like it looks off, like really off. And, you notice that kind of crap. The pediatrician that we went to, she had been on antibiotics for like 2 weeks at that point. I can't remember why. For like 2 weeks, so an extended period of time. And he's like, yep, she's fine. It's just the antibiotics. It can do that. And I was like, can make your eyeball bigger. Like, it's strange. And so we went home, and then like 3 or 4 days later, I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, something's wrong with her. I just know it. I know something's wrong. And my wife's like, I'm getting my wife all riled up. And so she calls in, the nurse answers, but the doctor was like, you could hear him next to her. My wife's like, I just think, we have at the time 3 kids. She's like, so it's not like a paper cut. And we're like, oh no, like we need to come back in. And you could hear the doctor in the background, the pediatrician, go, I told her it's the antibiotics and she's just not going to listen, is she? And when I heard that shit, I was like, fuck that, hang up. So we went to our other pediatrician for my 2 older kids because we lived somewhere else at the time. She's like, bring her in first thing in the morning. We're like, all right, bet, we'll be there. Drive her in at like 8:30 in the morning. She fits us in. It took her 3 seconds to be like, okay, fuck that. You guys need to go across the street to the hospital and get a CT scan. They did a CT scan. And she had a 3-centimeter tumor on her annual. It was an annual bone cyst. And at that point in time, like to your point, I didn't know whether or not I was going to go fuck this doctor up that originally said, I already Like I was literally down to go beat this dude's face in. But instead we hop in the car. I fly home. I got pulled over on the way home, and the cops like, he came up to the window and I said, "Can you just give me like my speeding ticket?" He goes, "You know what? I pulled you over." I'm like, "Yeah." "Can you just give me the speeding ticket though? So like we have to get home and we're going straight to Milwaukee to the Children's Hospital. It's like a 2-hour drive." He's like, "Yeah, well, what for?" And I was like, "Well, we just found out my daughter has a tumor and it's like, it's bad. So we have to like get there." And he's like,
I'll
so
take you.
he like looked in her back. He goes, "Give me 1 second." And then he's like, "Do you need an escort to your house?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "All right, get on your way, man." He's like, "I know you're going to speed. Just be careful." That's what the cop said to me. I was going like 90 on the way home because I was like scared shitless. You know, come and then here's the power of God. I'll tell you this right now. And it's, you can look this crap up. And I know Massimo has a similar experience about being like the only case in the country or the world or whatever. The aneurysmal bone cyst. They looked at it. They had like every team in the children's hospital trying to formulate a plan. They didn't know if it was going to be, you know, the people, the brain surgeons or like the eye people or the cancer people. They didn't know how they were going to go about getting it taken out. But they told us there's a 75% chance that we'll get 60 to 70% of it, but it will grow back. So I was like, okay, you know, the best doctor or whatever. So I'll fast forward and say she had her, and she's 11 months old, dude. So she's looking at me crying, and I'm like dying inside because as a dad, as a parent, but really as a dad, it's like when your daughter is screaming for you to help her and like you can't do anything. Like I couldn't handle it, dude. Like I couldn't handle it. I had to like leave the room probably 20 times to like cry or go down to the chapel to pray because I was like, I don't know what else to do. Like, don't know. I wish it was me. I wish it was me going through this shit. But they did the operation and the doctor comes out and goes, he sits us down, and this is a dude of very few words. And you don't need to be talkative to be a doctor, man. As long as you're good at what you do, like don't talk, that's fine. He sits us down. They brought in the I'm blanking here. The brain surgeon from Freighter who works on adults, and then him who specializes in pediatric. He came out and told us the operation was supposed to take 4 hours. It took 2.5. And he goes, "I don't know what to tell you on this, you guys." This is how he starts it out. "I don't know how to tell you this, but we got 100% of it." And he goes, and I don't say this because I'm a surgeon, but he goes, "It's a straight up miracle." And that was 7.5 years ago. And he goes,
Amen. Amen, bro.
Yeah. And,
Bro,
you know,
that's blessing.
crying
That's
like a little baby. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But like so much relief came out of my body. And to this day, so he asked if they could like use her stuff, like her pictures and all that crap. I was like, hell yeah. So he wrote a journal on it. And like 9 months later, he attended a conference with like 3,000 surgeons because she was like a medical anomaly. It's never happened before. And he goes,
wow.
Happen. He goes, the probability of 100% was 0. And then,
Wow.
not to mention, we get a scan done every year. When it used to be every 6 months, then it was every year. Now it's every 5 years. And now that it's every 5, he's like, it's not coming back. He's like, it's not. I'm confident. He's like, I don't even need to see you again for 5 years. So like when we talk about the power of prayer and God alone, like nothing is impossible. And I, you know, God takes care of us, and we don't even know. It's usually at our times of most need. You know, I love saying God will never give us more than we can handle. It's true. It's right in the Bible. And there's been so many times where I was like, I'm pretty fucked. Like, I don't know. I mean, stupid shit. You think your life is like going in shambles or this or that. And you're like, how am I going to do this? Or like, I have 4 kids and a wife and 3 dogs and everything's heavy on my shoulders. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this or that. And before you know it, something fucking pops up, or you find out
Every time.
It's not once or twice, it's every time.
Every single time.
And so I always appreciate how you always bring God into these streams in one shape or form. And in the beginning, when you said you feel like it's your calling and you're the messenger to bring people together, spread positivity and uplift, like it's no joke, man. And I know I'm kind of a little, you know, I tell you that shit all the time, but only because you know, I wouldn't if it wasn't so impactful, but it is. And, you know, even the people that you don't think, you know, Monica's like, people didn't win that didn't need it as much. And, you know, I didn't take offense to it, but it's like, and you said it right. Everyone needs it, dude. Like every single person needs wins. Every person has a different situation, and we all go
Like,
about
who
it different ways.
knows? Like, who knows?
You know,
Catch that win. It's at a time when you need it. Like
100%, man. And I'll tell you what,
different ways.
you know, $500 is $500. I could have put that in my pocket and did some cool shit with it. I slap lotto. Why? Because it's what my conviction is. It's what my entertainment is. It's what my hobby is. It's what I live for. Outside of my kids and, you know, my 9 to 5 that maybe one day I won't need it, but at the same time, this is my passion. The people in this community are amazing. There's so many amazing human beings that come from different walks of life that you can't buy that shit. And the fact that we're all there for each other and the struggles that we go through, a lot of people go ahead and voice that stuff and become vulnerable.
Amen, bro.
And it's like, I would have never thought to tell any of this shit. You know, I have my kids on my Twitter that just says right in there, like, this is what, you know, what I work for. And this is like the only thing that I care about and what I put in all the time and the effort into shit and try to learn crap and do things and win. It's not for myself, dude. I could give a shit less what, you know, if I live in a 1-bedroom apartment or crap or shithole. It's for my kids. I want them to have a better life, but also understand that there are people like the community that we have that are like-minded individuals, that the power of prayer as a group. I know there's been people that have gone through tough times that have said, just pray for me. I know for a fact, a lot of people are doing that, and things all work out. And it's for that reason that I'm grateful to have this community and a platform to speak on. If you're going through something tough or just want to share something great, you know, half the time it's like today, I got $600 in perps. 100% of that went to lotto. So I do check the charts every day. Why? Because I want to know how excited I'm going to be when I slap this shit. More and more tokens every time.
100%.
It's like, that's my mindset.
I love what you said, Hinge.
Keep it this low, dude, because I'm going to eat this shit up myself. If nobody else does, I will. So
I kid you not, bro. First of all, I feel the same way. Obviously, it's like you said, like-minded individuals, right? I appreciate what you said. I appreciate you being vulnerable. I appreciate you giving us stories, because I try and tell people, like, it's inspirational to hear the overcoming of hardship. Like, that is inspirational, bro. Like, hearing that story, bro. I'm over here telling you a similar story of what we're going through, and I'm telling you how helpless I felt. And this triggers what you've gone through, which is what I kind of said, whether it's cancer, whether it's not having a way to fix that is such a helpless feeling. But when you walk by faith, even in the moment you're going through it, yeah, sometimes, of course, it gets really rough. It's easy to say, why me? It's easy to say, why her, right? Or I trade places with. But when you unequivocally trust the man upstairs, you 100% know, even though it's unidentified, there is a reason you're going through this. Perhaps it's just as simple as you getting strength for what's to come. Perhaps you'll never know in this realm even, right? But bro, when I tell you every day, and this is for everybody, the power of prayer. My whole life, bro, people tell me this stuff, dude. Oh man, you got to get in front of people and talk, and you got to motivational speak, and you got to, and I'm like, where do I start, dude? I don't have a platform. I'll just talk to the people I know, you know? I'm here if you need me. And I felt like I was on the right path in life. You know, my income was cool. My family was growing. It was healthy. And the pandemic hit and business was still booming. Everything was cool. But it took a phone call from a business partner who makes money with me for him to sincerely say, I'm not doing God's work if I just allow you to continue doing what you're doing. In other words, I need to tell you this message right now. And as much as I don't want to lose you, I know you're destined to do something different. And he told me, you defy age's wisdom. That hit me when a 65-year-old man is telling you that. You know, I'm like, damn. he don't got to go all out of his way to say some shit like, what's going on? So talk to me. What's up? You know, where do I go? And he's like, you got to figure that out. I didn't have any other way to do it, Hinch. I had to pray for it.
Hmm.
I kid you not. What else am I supposed to do? You ask my wife how many times I asked her. I don't know what to do. I thought I was on the right path. I thought I was doing good.
Shit, me too.
She's like, me too. You know, we really did though, bro. We were like, we're chilling. Like everything's cool. It was different in an office. You know, I got to impact more people. You know, over 100 employees coming in and out of there. You know, but at home it was like a little bit different. So every night, bro. I mean, every morning. I kid you not. I'm waking up. I'm working out. I'm jumping in my jacuzzi. Only place I can go on my knees. My knees hurt, bro. I get on my knees in the jacuzzi and I'm just like, God, I want to show gratitude first. Like, look what I have. Like, dear God, I'm happy and healthy. Thank you. My family's happy and healthy. Thank you. The roof overhead, the food in our stomachs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you know? But show me the way, God. Let me be a vessel to spread the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
When I broke that word down, it hit me the most. It's just the good news, the good word.
Mm-hmm.
And I always realized one thing I've always said, hey, bro, they're not even here to defend themselves. Then I don't want to talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gossip. And when you just look at gospel versus gossip, it's a pretty simple yin and yang. It's pretty simple. I may not be equipped with all the verses, but I could tell you one thing. I'm a believer.
Mm-hmm.
And for what, 3.5 months, over 100 days for sure in a row, and didn't miss a day, bro. I found myself back here. Right? Something you would have never have thought was the platform
Mm-hmm.
to get that ability to impact. And it's very difficult for me to talk like this because the last thing I ever want is for it to come across arrogant or egotistical. But it's people like you that, in a sense, vouch and give me affirmation that I'm even doing the right thing at that moment. Because it's easy to question what we're doing in life, right? So when I tell you how much gratitude I feel when I hear what you tell me, based on our convos and based on what, you know, what impact I've had on you even, bro, it's a mirror, right? It's a mirror. This world is the you versus you. When you understand that God's controlling it and that there's rhymes or reasons for things to happen, and you start to self-reflect and try and become the best version of yourself, and then you hear different people that could potentially need assistance or need that compliment that boosts the self-esteem, or they need to feel uplifted or empowered, like we just step up.
Mm-hmm.
We identify and we step up. Not for praise, but because we feel it would help that individual, right? Bro, I just want God to use me as a vessel to spread the good word. That's all, right? Like, I'm not here to tell you to be religious. I'm not here to tell you to congregate and go to a church. I'm not here to say none of that. But I am here to tell you that I'm a believer. That I 100% believe that Jesus Christ was sent down here to show us the ways. I 100% believe, with my interpretation of reading what I've read, that we got the Holy Spirit once he was resurrected. And I 100% believe that if you believe wholeheartedly that he's going to take care of you, you no longer worry, you no longer stress, you no longer have fear, and instead you just know I can focus on what is in front of me, what I can control. The uncontrollables will work themselves out, and you live a life of feeling so much less stress. And I would love for everybody to feel that one day, right? It's like, trust me, the older you get, the more you see things that go, holy cow. If I didn't jump in that car, if I didn't kick it with that one person, if I didn't drive with this in my car, if I didn't go to the gym that day, if I, I wouldn't be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's first, it's eerie when you identify it, because I think at some point we're kind of simple-minded, right? We don't even look at the turn of events that got you there. We're just like, oh, yeah, it's life, you know. But once you start to like break it down, you're like, hold up. You mean to tell me my biggest mistake that I thought was the biggest mistake in the world, that I thought was absolutely catastrophic, is the only reason I had that job? which is where I met my wife, which is why I have 3 children with her. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, bro, it's like, okay, look, I'll move with pure intent. I will not sin knowingly. No way, no how. If I think that this is going to impact someone negatively, I am not doing it, bro. I ain't even flirting with that, because that one decision you make can alter your future. And I like my present. Like, I'll tell you right now, I love my present. Please don't take this gift away from me. And that gift is the way of life I have. I get to do what I want to do. I wake up. If I want to sleep in, I can. If I want to play poker 2 days a week, I will. If I get to kick it with the whole Lotto fan bam, I can. If I want to have movie night with my daughters every single night, I will. Like, that is a blessing right there. I'll never take that for granted, because we have both, and everyone has seen the ebbs and flows of resources. Sometimes your resources, you can't do nothing wrong. Sometimes you hit a brick wall, right? It's currency to flow if you break down the definition.
Mm-hmm.
So once I've said, fuck the money, bro, that shit will come and go as it comes and goes. What's my task to make it? Okay, let me focus on it. As soon as I did that, bro, it was like, oh, that. So you mean to tell me I was going about it all wrong this whole time? You mean to tell me that I didn't fully believe? I didn't fully trust God unequivocally, bro, because there was times I asked why. It may be important to get your why so you can try and adjust,
Mm-hmm.
but don't have self-pity about it. Use that shit as a building block to be that much stronger. Use that to your advantage. You were blessed with that trial. You were blessed with that hardship, because look how strong you are. Look at this time around when you're in the hospital, bro. You're like, oh yeah, I gotta sleep there. I'm chilling. Your text, oh, I didn't even think it was that big of a deal. I said, I hope she feels better, bro. I was like, okay, yeah, I know what that's like. You know, she'll be all right. Because why? The energy you gave off was not worried. And let me tell you something, bro. When I'm going through some shit, no one knows. I don't want to make people worry around me. So I selectively talk to the people I know, they believe, and they ain't worried.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, I start to worry.
Yep.
And worrying is like a rocking chair. Gives you something to do,
Yep.
gets you nowhere. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds, Waiting, goofy movie, but
Yep.
that's one potent ass quote.
Fuck yeah.
I kid you not, I heard that quote during that movie and I was like, probably one of the only things I heard, like, wait, hold up. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. And it's the truest thing in the world. Why not focus on what you can control about that situation you're in? Procrastinating is one of the biggest issues where you have anxiety from it. It's like, yo, bro, I don't want to do this. I'm anxious. Just fucking get it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Never have to worry about it again. But Hinch, what a miracle story.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
Hinge. Seriously.
Holy cow, bro.
Yeah, man, I think from that point on, there's really not much you can throw at me because, outside of probably losing a kid, there's not much more. And especially for years, dude, it's like, okay, hopefully the scan comes back good this year. That's not growing back. Right. So I thank God all the time for unanswered prayers because, there's so many times that I've said, you give thanks and you say, just if this just works out, blah, 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 or this or that. And nobody will ever know what your plan is, what his plan is for us. And that's okay. You have to trust the process. You have to trust the plan that he has something big in store, whether you feel you're in a good spot or you're not. I trust me on this one. There are people in this community that have, self-proclaimed, things are going really bad, this or that. And then I listen to them talk and they say something that impacts my life and whether they know it or not. And so when I say there's a plan for everyone, whether that's a voice, you're touching somebody else, or you make an impact, it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be money. It's not money related.
It almost never is money, really, to be quite honest.
And people mistake the Bible verse that says, people always say money's the root of all evil. It's not what it says. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I look at Lotto, people get bent out of shape and they're like the market cap, this, that, the other thing. And I'm just happy to be a part of this community. And I'm happy that we have a gift right now as it is, that if you have additional resources, like put it this way, when we're at 5 mil, 10 mil, think about 10 mil. How much did it cost you to get a million freaking tokens? A shit ton.
5 racks to 10 racks right there.
Now you got people throwing a soul at it, a soul and a half. They're getting a million. Like, is that not a blessing? At 10 million, I was putting in, my highest buy, I think, was 8.8. And I was chucking in $1,500, $1,200, $500, like every other day. I couldn't get enough. I was like, this fucker is going, dude. I can't be, you know. And now I look back, I was like, holy shit, dude, that'd be like an F ton right now, right? So it's not even about how much money is this going to make me in the long run. It's not even about that. It's the journey, the people that you surround yourself with. And I can tell you this, it's always been my biggest concern that what's going to happen on New Year's next year. People say, well, on New Year's, and then what? It's just going to fade away. I was like, I hope not. It's definitely not. I can tell you right now, it says,
you know why they think this? Because I said we got things planned for all of 2025, right?
Correct. But what I'll say is this: it says it right in the. It's a fucking movement, dude. It's a movement. Movements don't just stop on a certain date because we may or may not be drawing for a Tesla or this or that or the other thing. Like, who cares? Who gives a shit, dude? Like, the amount of knowledge and storytelling and just being able to listen to people's stories over the course of however long is, first of all, invaluable. You've preached from day one, don't put in more money, that you know, don't over leverage, right? The only people that complain about market cap are over leveraged. And I get it. I've over leveraged myself plenty of times. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it doesn't go, it shouldn't go on deaf ears. When we say that shit, we mean it. Why? Because you're only going to hurt yourself and the community around you. I would much rather have $500 in lotto for the whole year, you know, $50 a pop every month or whatever I put in, versus $1,000 a week or $500 a week because I want to be a top holder. Like, if I need to be, if I have to pull that shit out early, or when it's not the best time to do it, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So we got to go into these things with a clear mind. Someone said it, clear eyes, full heart, and you can't lose. If you have a clear mind, you know, you listen to the things that are being preached daily. Don't over leverage, uplift, don't be people that no judgment, like, live by that stuff. It's funny how and I could go on forever, and I'll shut up in a second, but two things happen that are crazy. Me and you talked that one time for like 2.5 hours. I was sitting at the gas station for 90% of it. My wife's texting me. She's like, where the fuck are you? And I was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm on the phone with Ghost. So it might be an hour. It might be 3. I don't know. She goes, oh.
Knowing me, it might be overnight.
Right. And I was like, she goes, oh, no problem. I want to make sure you didn't get in an accident. And I was like, so, hey, sorry if I come home in like 2 hours. I'm literally at the gas station. It was super impactful talking to you offline, but then also on here, it's like, when I won, you had told me don't buy that because you might win it. And then I won it, right? It's only because I never even thought. I literally asked whoever gave me the $0. I was like, hey, how much do I owe you and where do I send it? Never got a response. I'm stupid, I guess, and didn't realize you go buy it in OpenSea. And I never followed up on it. Then you said that, I was like, shit, I'm such an asshole. I'll just go buy it right now. And you're like, don't. I'm like, okay. And then it's the second, you know, the last drawing. It's like, you win $500. I was with my brother. I already told you this. He thought I was the coolest person alive because you said I was a whale. He thought I was like some superstar awesomeness. I'm like, I'm not. I'm still your little brother. But at the same time, all these things kind of interconnect. And I truly believe it's like, I don't like stirring the boat or, you know, doing all that crap. I'm like Parody. She said it before. She's like, I'm nice to everyone. She is. She's like the nicest human being on earth. How you could mistreat Parody is fucking bizarre to me. It's like, you have to have a screw loose or you're a fucking nutcase if that's the case, or just a creep. But at the same time, every single person in the community, with, you know, outside of a few, are really great human beings, have a lot to offer. And that's why this community is the best. And there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to grow like it's going to be a snowball effect. And we're just in the very beginning process of getting that snowball started. Before you know it, we're going to all be the OGs. Every one of us will be the OGs, and there'll be 10,000 people strong and 200 people playing poker. And then there'll be no way to win. You know, when we win, it'll be like 1 million tokens. And that's the times that are going to be really fun. So I look forward to it.
I love the fact that state of mind is so simple, right? It's like, I'm not over leveraged. The price is low. I'm getting way more tokens now than I was getting before. And you're excited.
It's all
And it's
about
like, dude,
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
it's called just a lotto. You can't over leverage yourself on a coin called just a lotto, or what ends up happening is the price action is bugs you out. You know, if we never had a deviation and ran up to 10 plus mil, and we just were slowly walking up towards a half a mil, and it's 3 months later, we're at a half a mil, I think everyone would be like, hey,
Look how
why?
good we're doing. Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, man,
I always say that we got spoiled with 10 mil. We got
we did.
We did.
spoiled. Yeah.
Man,
Super.
go back to the night we hit 10 mil. What I said, bro. I literally was like, yo, bro, it's cool. Don't get it twisted. Like, it's fun. And it's like an achievement of some kind, I guess, like a trophy or something. But
Yeah.
I'm not selling there. So what does it really do for me? It's like, oh, cool to see this much money in a wallet or something.
Mm-hmm.
It does nothing. What does something is when we can a big nothing. What does something is like you said, it's the journey, right?
Mhm.
And then it's the way that you can extract resources, but without sacrificing tokens.
Mhm.
That's how much we can evolve, right? These coins that came out, infinite money glitch and blah, 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 ATM, we're the meta. They implemented this in a smart contract, and even that fades out over time because once less people start trading it, it's gone.
Mhm.
But what's not gone with us? The community,
Right.
and the ability to have people like Hinch, myself, Parody, Egon, Massimo, the Tiggy, the ones that are like, all right, let me pull in some resources real quick. This price is too good. And we figure out ways to extract resources from other shit we do, whether it's overtime, pick up an extra Uber ride, whether it's perps, whether it's the stock market putting on Tesla or UFC fights, whatever it is that we trust our instincts on. We utilize a comfortable enough resources to make an impact. We take those resources and we do what? We add to our conviction place. So like Hinge said, I'll give a fuck. I'll be the last one standing. I'll be the last one standing. I don't ask you to be a believer, homie. I'm a believer. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I've never really got upset or angry at people that clip. It's like, I'd rather them do it now down here
Mhm.
than when we ripping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, super quickly, that is why Parker wouldn't give me my wallet because he knew it wasn't time. Like, he was like, I'm going to send it to you when it's time to sell. And it wasn't time then. It's not time now. And, you know, we're just here for the long run.
He's probably hoping she clips so we can get a little bit cheaper.
So we can move on.
But no, Hinch, man, I want to say I love you, bro, and I appreciate everything you spoke about tonight. What an inspiring thing. Motown, the dev of the decade, agrees. Inspiring. Thanks for sharing. Also, we got Life of Bruno, bro, saying, let's go, Lotto Gang. But also, once again, thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank
Hinch,
you, Hinge.
No, thank
Hinch, for real, bro. Powerful shit, bro. Oh, man, it's from one dad to the other, bro. It is. I guess it's the worst nightmare, right? It's the worst
Yep.
nightmare, or
Yes.
second worst, like you said. I guess there could be one other option, but it's the worst nightmare, realistically speaking. And the helpless feeling, but that trust. And I believe that if God knows, like you're 100% in, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm talking about 100% in. His hand is just right here with you the whole way.
You want to know something crazy?
Tell me.
I was sitting in the waiting room while her surgery was happening. The guy sitting like 2 chairs away from me, he was a big old dude, huge arms. He had like this, you could see on his arm, and you could probably look it up if you Google it. It's he had a tattoo on it, and it's of a surgeon over a bed, like doing his surgery. And then there's Jesus with his hand on the surgeon's back. Like, I got you. Like, it's not in the surgeon's hand. I got it. It's the hand of God. And I looked at that, and it was like chills stood up, like hair on the back of my neck stood up. And I was like, holy shit, dude, that's a sign. It's a sign that while she's in there, it's not the surgeon doing the work, dude. It's God. She's going to be okay. And
Like, just think about the turn of events that have to get you there to even see this, right? Like, just
yeah, I was like, if I had bigger arms, that's why I always do this. I'm not buff like you. If I had arms, it'd be the first tattoo I would get, because it's like, it was fucking awesome, dude. It was like,
right.
that's something that means something. It's like, holy shit, dude, this dude has it. He's probably, if he has that tattoo, I'm sure he's been through it, right? And we were talking. I didn't talk about any of that stuff, but he's obviously been through something hard in his life where he felt the need to permanently put that on his arm. And to me, it was a sign. It was like, I'm supposed to sit next to this guy. I'm supposed to see it, because I just got done writing in the prayer book down in the chapel. You can read other people's prayers. And it just made me realize, like, I'm not the only one that goes through this shit, clearly. And I hope I'm one of those people that, have everything come out really well. And I was, but it's not a hope game. It's faith. Like, I knew everything would be okay. It was just going to be really hard for me temporarily until I knew everything was okay. But again, you got to put that stuff in God's hands, and the rest works itself out.
Which at times it's harder. It's easier said than done, for sure. Don't get it twisted, guys. But like, those are the affirmation moments I talk about, where it's like, that's a sign from God. Like, you got to think about what happened. This person, like you said, must have gone through something heavy, right? And felt the need to put that on his skin for life. And then God put you two in the same vicinity.
Yep.
But not only that, for you to visibly see it too. To remind you that, yeah, this is a surgeon in here doing work, but I got you. Through this person's tattoo, that sign was shown. So what's it called again, babe, when no headband on Simmons? We talked about it today.
Oh, the Mandela.
The Mandela effect, I say, right? I say, if God doesn't want it here, he would remove it and we would never know it was here. If God wanted something to be here, it would be here, and we would have never known it wasn't here.
Yep.
We got 90-something% of our brain we don't use, they say. You telling me we can't unlock a couple things in there all at once, all of us, and just never knew it existed? Don't underestimate the power of him. He changed the whole thing that we changed the world as we know it. So you got to pay attention to them things, bro. Like, that's the thing that you might have needed right there to get that extra. That's right. God's got me. That extra affirmation. And people might go, oh, it's a tattoo, it's against the religion. No. Everything you read is designed for you to get your perception and your interpretation based on your circumstances, which is a fingerprint different than anybody else's circumstances. This is what makes it hard to congregate sometimes, because you might go to a church and you just might not resonate with what they're saying.
Right.
You might not really agree with their interpretation. So this is why it's important for you to get your own interpretation also, so you can use discernment and understand what you're supposed to navigate through. But let me tell you right now, everything is as it should be. Everything has to happen meticulously for that to happen, for this to happen, for now to happen. Meticulously. Break down every detail that brought you here as a viewer. If you don't tune in every night, think about why you're even here right now. You needed to hear this. And you might not even needed to hear it today, but in the back of your mind, it's stored. And 7 months from now, you're like, oh my God, I needed that one convo back. That's the beautiful thing about life for me. That's what makes life so beautiful. I like the unknown. The law of detachment is real for me. I don't need to know the end result. I love the journey. I absolutely love the journey. When I have a hardship, I'm like, smell it, taste it. Because guess what? When it's no longer a hardship and I get past, because this too shall pass, I feel amazing. But you don't feel amazing if you just win some. That's it. You barely even played, you win. But if you losing at it and losing at it and losing at it and you keep going and then you finally get that win, that feels way better than if it
100%.
came easy, man. Straight up. It
Yep.
feels so much better if you struggled before you accomplished it. And you tell me one instance that's not the case. One instance that's not the case.
It's like when lottery winners win the lottery, they
Lose
95
it all.
people, it's gone within like 3 years. Hundreds of millions of
Gone.
dollars gone. Why? They didn't. I mean, they
They didn't earn
struggled.
it.
They didn't have anyone. They didn't understand the value of it or how to even work it. Why? They never had money and went through it to learn the lesson of what to do with a lot of money. So a lot of people pray for, I want $1 million. I mean, that shit's gonna, if you're not used to it, dude, that shit's gonna come and go on the dumbest shit. You're gonna go buy the biggest expensive cars, houses for parents and shit, and then it's gone. It's
Self-worth is huge, bro.
sure.
And when things aren't really earned and you just get it because you got it like that, let me tell you, bro, that's for the birds,
Sure.
you know? And you got to find someone to enjoy it with.
Yep.
Which is hard to do, guys. You got to be vulnerable. You got to know the person that you put your interest in could shit on your life. It's unfortunate, but it's real. And you got to accept that. You got to be vulnerable. In order to be loved, you got to love yourself. Huge, man. Love you, bro.
Love you
We
too.
got man, stay up here, man. We about to play truth or dare
Yo,
here pretty soon.
I'm gonna go let my dogs out and I'll be back.
Okay, bet. We got a couple heads up here that we
Hold on real quick. I dare 1312 Jadakiss to send me his Solana wallet so I can pay him for poker. He's the last one that needs it. What's up?
I know the feeling like a man. I know the feeling, bro. Bro. I'm like, dude, I'm spending more time tracking these wallets down to pay these people than I could have been doing marketing. Like, it's insane. Egon, thank you so much for taking that over for me, bro.
It's
Holy
all
cow.
good. I got everything covered.
It ain't
He's the
easy,
last one that
bro,
needs
right?
it. We're covered though.
I'm
Yep.
like, I want to pay you.
I
I'm
do. I do
OCD.
feel like a bounty hunter sometimes.
Yes, bro. I'm like,
We're
I'm
always
OCD,
I
dog. I
can
just
bring
want to
you
be
in
we're always
warm,
validated.
like, hey,
or I'll
who
bring
got
you
the
in cold.
bounty?
100%, dude. 100%.
Right.
Shout out to Timbo in the building, man. What up, Timbo?
Hey, Ghost, Parody, Egon, Hinch. I know he just walked his
Hi.
dog.
What's
Egon,
up, Timbo?
Massimo. What up, gang? Lotto family, what's up? How are
Hola.
y'all?
What it do, Timbo?
I'm
Man, I
good.
just
How
been
are you?
hustling. I'm doing good, ma'am. How are you? I can't wait till tomorrow night, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait to have fun with y'all, dude. I'm waiting to cut up tomorrow, dude.
Tomorrow's
I'm
gonna be
literally
funny.
hyped up.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Timbo, what's tomorrow night? I thought poker was Friday. Hey, we got our first ever, which is the pilot, on the live feed where we're playing the
Oh,
karaoke with the Lotto
oh,
Twist, aka Lottoki. We finish the
bro,
lyrics,
I'm
man. We
so
give out cash. It's hilarious and fun.
I'm so much more excited. No, is it gonna be here on StreamYard?
Yes, bro.
Bro, I'm litty titty. Bro, we've been having so much fun lately in this space. And like, I've been working so hard. Like, I'm not bullshitting. The last 3 days have been the most grind filled, like, just 3 days I've had of my life, but also the most fun and where I found kind of the most fulfillment from just some messages I've got from people. But, bro, I am looking forward to tomorrow night. I promise you that. Me and my girl both are. We will be locked and loaded and ready to fucking sing our hearts out, dog. I'm ready to chirp some shit. But yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun last time. Even though you went to sleep on us, Ghost, and left me and Egon and Parody to fend for ourselves. Uh,
Hey,
Oh
every
my
once in
god.
a while, every
there's
once in a
you,
Remember.
while,
dude.
that just might
Oh,
I'm
that
not.
happen,
was
y'all.
amazing. Yes,
Hey,
Timbo.
hey, I was like, bro, does he do this all the time? They're like, yeah, he's
That's
not coming
awesome.
back. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
He's always
I
like,
was
I'll
like,
be right back.
what do you
He
mean?
never comes back.
I gotta
Hey,
go to
every
bed,
once
dude. I was coming in here to hang out for a minute. What the
Hey,
fuck?
every once in a while, duty calls. You got to be a pops, bro. Every once in a while, my kids are like, "Don't go, don't leave," and I'm like, "Shit, I ain't about to leave you. What's up?" And then we
Nah,
have a
you're good, bro.
cuddle, and
We
Read me
have a
then
War
we
and
message
fall
in the
Peace,
queue.
asleep.
Pops.
We have a message in the queue, Ghost.
A
Nah,
message
you're
in the
good, bro.
queue.
I thought it was hilarious,
Oh, my
man. I
bad, dog. I
could
thought he was up here.
I
My
thought that
bad,
was
young
hilarious.
Pat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just leave me in the back and
Bro, you gotta like wave or something, man. I
I
didn't even.
did like
There's so
4
many
times
boxes in here.
already.
Oh, my bad, bro. You know what threw me off is I had an extra box in here for the other. I have 2 accounts open right now, and one of them's down below off stage, but it's so I can share the screen. So I just thought I did the count like 3 times. I'm like, who am I missing? Oh, Timbo's down there, and I pulled up Timbo. Didn't even see that you wasn't up here. My bad, bro.
Yeah, man.
Um,
I've been down there chilling.
my
Enjoy the green room
busy.
snacks, bro. They're great.
Now
The
I've been
green room
listening to
snacks
it.
are fire.
I wanted to chime in a few times, man, while Hinch was running this, you know what I'm saying, and you were talking and shit, but you know.
You didn't get a chance to.
Nah, I was just back there chilling, bro. I was just sitting there listening, man.
I just picked up my vape that fell on the ground and hit it. Now I got fucking dog hair in my mouth. It was foul, dog.
That's the worst,
That's a
Ghost. I
special
have
edition
2
one.
long-haired dogs, and it is horrible, bro.
Get some water.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, and it's like not like I put chapstick on a few minutes. It's not coming off.
I'm telling you, that shit be
Use your
stuck.
shirt.
That makes it funnier, to be honest.
Oh man, you want to talk about funny, bro? Tell me why me and Parody were hosting an event today for Victus Global that was called an AMA, and we had no idea to the very end. Someone asked, "What does AMA stand for?" Parody's like, "Yeah, Ghost. Somebody wants to know what the AMA stands for," and I was like, "Damn, my wife just asked me. I was gonna Google it. I know it's like a Q&A, like questions and answers. I don't know what the
Right.
acronym is." I said, "Parody,
Bro,
why don't you
You
tell him?"
you kidding
He's
me?
like, "I have no idea." I was like, "Me neither, bitch. I don't know
I don't
shit."
even know. I don't think
Hey, y'all are
anybody
just
knows.
lobbing it back and forth, dude.
That's
That's
a
so
real
funny.
G.
I said, "I
You
gotta
You're
host
like,
keep it a
dude,
me.
why
buck."
I
don't
don't even
you
know
say
what the
it?
acronym stands for. Let's
I
go.
said, "I gotta keep it a buck, bro.
Look,
I
me
don't
neither.
know."
I don't know
It,
either.
well, it's
American
ask.
Music Association.
Thank you, bro.
Somebody
Duh.
said
No, it's
American
Wait, what?
Medical.
Somebody actually knows what that
Y'all
shit
kidding,
means?
right? You know the answer now, Ghost, right?
yeah. Now I know the
All
answer,
right, good.
dude.
All
What
right.
was it? I missed it.
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything.
Damn.
What?
That's
Are you
slick as
serious?
fuck. I thought it was something
This is
crazier than that.
AMA.
Hey, I'm
this is
not
why I
gonna
thought
lie.
it was so exceptional. Today we're
Right.
playing Truth or Dare, and before that we were playing Guess What AMA is, and it's
Fucking ask
Ask
me
Me
anything.
Anything.
Hold on,
That
but
aligns with Truth or Dare so flawlessly that I just can't wait.
now look,
Bro.
I have a real life question. This is no bullshit. I really do not know what this means. But what does ASL mean?
What is what?
ASL.
American
Assisted
Sign
Sign
Language.
Language.
No, it
Whoa.
means
Yeah,
Age,
in
sex,
what
location.
generation?
a second later. No, it means
Something I don't know what the fuck out my bad. I don't know what it means.
What's
no.
Give me
ASL mean?
I have
give
no
me the
idea.
context. What
It's
context are
yeah.
you
It's one of
seeing
those
it in?
words that when you get the context to it, you're like, oh yeah. But hold on, I'm gonna
No,
look it
it's
up.
like it's like somebody will just say something and be like ASL at the end of whatever they said.
What?
I have no idea. I've seen it like a
Oh,
thousand times.
White boy,
that
Somebody
probably
young
white
means
boy.
American
talking about
Sign
Hey,
Language.
I got young
I
daughters,
got it.
bro. It means
It's
as hell.
age.
It
It means
means
what?
as
no.
hell.
No, it means age, sex, language.
Huh?
What?
What?
Or it's a new thing with like these
No,
kids. Like
I
just be
thought it
like,
was
man,
age,
you're
sex,
When I was
that
location.
growing
ghost
up,
that ghost that has fly ASL fly as hell. It's also a new like young little TikTok bullshit thing.
yeah, when
Oh,
I was
like it's
growing up,
short,
though,
like as hell.
That
it was
What?
that
uh, it was
I'm so
age,
glass.
sex,
confused.
location
Yeah,
when I was
Hey,
growing up. 'Cause, hey,
straight
we
from the
used to hold up.
12-year-old source or 11-year-old
That
source.
makes sense
Fuck me.
actually, because it's like it kind of like when you used to say like how what's your name and you'd put you are. What's your name?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. ASL is as hell. If you sound it out, it's as hell. Oh, you crazy as hell.
I am,
Like
but
you ain't
finish
putting
Oh,
that
hell
sentence.
out.
Yes, sir.
I
now
kind of
now a
like it
lot of
because
now a lot of things make a lot more sense.
yeah, I kind of like it to be crazy. To be honest with you, I like it because I don't like saying hell. Like that shit hella funny. I don't like that word. So
Right,
I
and
kind of
that's
like
that
saying it
Cali,
as an L.
and that's that
I
Cali talk.
never understood that.
Yeah, I'll take it. I like that. Man, you crazy as a. I'm
Parody,
about
does
to
that
put
make me
I
a
am
cool
ghost
dad?
as a.
Yes, cool as fuck. The coolest.
Cool
part.
underscore AF. That's right.
Hey,
Yo.
I
All
might
right,
just
good night,
do
guys. I gotta end on that note. No, I'm just kidding.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Going
I
out
see
on
it's
top.
time for me to leave.
Hey, real quick, man, before we start the game, the Truth or Dare live, before we get there, I want to first off thank everybody that's here currently. We have 807 viewers, and we're on 3 platforms: Twitch, YouTube, and X. Super excited to say we got all 3 platforms up and running. With 807 people, if you've just tapped in, do us all a solid. If you're on X, hit us with a reply, a like, either quote it or repost it. If you're on, let's say, YouTube, hit us with a reply. We see them live right here in the building. If you're on X, you can also live chat. But also keep in mind, in the reply game on X, it is so important for you to go to the Just the Lotto page right now. It is so important to put in it one of the memes. You can actually look up on the GIF, Baby Ballers, our old name. And you'll see all of these new NFT lines pull up from our actual drop today or yesterday or the day before. And you'll actually see them pull up that you can just leave a GIF and show the world how sick our NFTs are. And while we're on that note, I'm going to play a video for you that was made by Egon. Once the name change was in full effect, it's called the YOLOtto Mini Ballers. I'm gonna play this video for you, and then I'm also going to show you something because these NFTs are winding down. They're almost all out. They got a ton of utilities, and I want you to check them out before they're gone because for the first time ever, we are giving you the ability to see the NFTs before you buy them versus buying it and then they all sell out and then they get revealed. So you actually get a chance to pick the ones that are left. And let me tell you, there's some fire out there. Without further ado, let's play this video. Special shout out to @SafeMoonYolo on X. That is Baby YOLO for obviously being the creator and being a part of our community. But also shout out to, of course, Egon, who's up here with a mic for making this really special video to us. Shout out to Chapter 3, the YOLOtto Mini Ballers. Hey, real quick, everybody. Oh, well, I got feedback though. Maybe I need to hit mute. Yee! What it do? Yee! All right, I think we good. We just hit the lotto. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Y'all can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All
Yeah.
right. So here is the official site. This is
Why'd you have to
OpenSea.
play that video? Now I want to buy all these. Don't show
I'm
them
just
disappear
saying,
live.
though.
I'm trying to buy them.
Stop it,
I'm
Ego.
just saying, though.
Taik.
This is OpenSea. These are the NFTs that are currently available for purchase if they have a 1,500 poly, and someone listed one for even 1,450 Paul. This is how it works. We got mini tiny T already in someone's possession who's willing to drop it just 50 poly because he's trying to buy one in particular so he could trade me, actually. We got mini punk puddle. We got the mini punk payout. We got the mini number nipper. I like this dude, man. Solid black head, got the red line going through, looking like the Bitcoin eye with a rocket, number 53. This might be one of my favorite ones right here, you guys. This one is the mini neon nudge. And if you look at the details on these YOLOtto baby ballers, It's just something else, man. You got the Just a Lotto in the eye. You got this crazy ass mouth, this crazy ass hair. Wait till this one gets animated, man. Honestly, I think this might be one of the most epic ones to have animated. Looking like Medusa with that hair.
Bro, it's like me.
That do kind of look like you, huh? The hair like that? Mr. Young Pat, just saying. We got Mini Moon. We got the Mini Mohawk Mite. We got the Mini Mohawk Mayhem. Mini Jackpot Jester. Mini Growlin' Grin. Mini Glow Gizzard. Mini Future Flicker. Mini Future Flicker. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but if you bought these two, for example, right, they have the same name, this would be considered a pair. So for 3,000 poly, you would get both of them. To sweeten up the deal, you also get a customized NFT by Baby YOLO. On top of that, instead of getting 2%, 1% each wallet, you would actually be getting 4% from a reflection standpoint, meaning every time there's a buy or a sell, the Baby YOLO token is going to get distributed to these holders, evenly distributed. And this pair right here would get you 4% of those transactional fees. $100 bought Baby YOLO, $4 in your pocket. $100 sold to Baby YOLO, $4 in your pocket. This is a pair that is still available, ironically. We got the Mini Chaos Cub. This one reminds me of Gator Bear big time, especially when you look at the details on the shirt. Got that Gator Bear. You got the number 58 on the dome. We got Mini Brawler Bounce, Mini Bandana Brat, Mini Spiky Spark. This one's crazy. The Mini Spiky Sizzle. You got to look close on this one, but you'll see it actually has a Playboy bunny on the face with like the pineapple hair on it. It looks like a pineapple to me, man. This one's bizarre. I really like this one a lot. We got Mini Skull Scream. This one is a special shout out to Eclipse right here. This is the Mini Rufio. And if you know Eclipse, man, he's got Nye Panda, like Night Panda without the T. Nye Panda 202. He runs our Just a Lotto page. And this one's dope, man. This one is absolutely dope. Says I love pandas on the shirt. It's got the cat named Toast on the earring. Got the Lotto on the other earring. Got these glowing eyes with pandas in them. These are fire, bro. We also have Mini Rebel Roar, Mini Rebel Riff, Mini Punk Pixie. That might be you too, baby. Mr. Young Pat with the blue eyes, bro. We got Mini Number Noodle, one of them crazy ones. Kind of reminds me of yours, Egon, from the OG line. I like this one a lot too, man. Mini Lotto Loon. I like that there's Lotto in the name. I like that it says Loon. Love his he's crippin'. We got Mini Jackpot Jive, Mini Glow Goon, Mini Future Fling, Mini Cosmic Chirp, Mini Bottle Bop, Mini Bottle Blaster, Mini Rebel Rush. And that's the last ones that are available, man.
Yeah, that mini Bobble Bop. That kind of looks like I feel like that looks like if my Baller Zero had blue hair. That
Mini
one.
Bottle Bop?
Yeah, the guy
Oh,
with the
yeah,
favorite.
I see that now.
Does it not look like the same fox? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I gotta go not bankrupt buying all of these.
Bro, I really like.
Oh.
I got this one yesterday, bro.
Whoa,
this one's dope.
sorry.
50. This one's clean.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. And then this one I actually traded. I gave this one to man, who was this one again? That was the homie. No, it was the homie. He's been always wanting it too. It's hot sauce. Chris Evans, I gave him this one. I didn't give it to him. He paid for it.
All right.
I gave him this one.
Chris Evans.
That was the first one that I got.
That's so funny.
Chris Evans, right? Mini
Yes,
ass
that's
was already
awesome.
off the chains. I know, me too. Look at my wifey's little baby. It's too cute, bro. Got the mental health awareness ribbon. Got me on a t-shirt from my OG baller. Got a ghost on the hoodie. And then in here,
The
she actually has
details.
her own OG. It's basically mom's in here on the reflection of her glasses. Super sick. Very ghosty with the white like that. This one's dope, of course. Mini Dark YOLO. Super. Oh, Egon got this one. Of course he does.
What?
I saw it said Egon, dog. I'm playing.
No, I know.
This one was bought today. Look at your boy over here, the ghost, though, dog. Got the wifey in the eye. Oh, no, this is the daughter in the eye now. Ghost AF on the hat. Got my 22 in the ear. Got wifey's OG on the t-shirt. Got 3 ghost tattoos in the bicep for my
Hey,
daughter.
zoom in on the mouth.
On the gold grill. Inside, it says,
Zoom in, zoom in.
I can't, dog. I would have zoomed in if I could, my guy. I can't, dog. That's why I'm trying to play it off. Like, I got you. We just hit the lotto in that piece, homie.
That's right.
That's right.
I love that you've seen that, dog. Let's go. Man, this one is
It's
straight
not
from
the only
Little
one
Bar.
that has that, by the way.
Oh, I gotta see the other one, bro. This one's like, if you look at Little Monster,
but yeah,
dead on. Dead on.
Did you see Dante's animation one?
Yup. Way it moves.
Oh yeah, man. I was doing my own Howie Mandel voiceover to it, trying to sync up stuff. Like it was crazy. I was doing all different kinds of voices.
Dog. He was Little Monsters. He was the voice of the monster. That was him.
Absolutely. And Gizmo from Gremlins.
I forgot about
Yeah, man.
Mini Horn Hype is wild too. Look like someone from Monsters Inc. Mikey almost. Mike Wazowski or whatever that dude's name was. Mini Horn Jackpot is flexing on him, dog. The number 5 on it.
That was my blind bag. The one before that. Before that, 11. The
I was about to say what?
That was my blind bag right there.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. This is dope, man. Dragon got this one. Ironically, Mini Jackpot.
That's so awesome.
Dragon got this one. He also got one that's name is Snap. So if you put them both together, he got Snapdragon as a pair. Mini Lotto Lad is like a mouse guy. I love this dude. This one's sick as shit, dude, because he already got the real Wolverine. Now he got the the Wolverine from the come on, bro. Super sick.
OG costume.
The mini mush.
Sorry, different colors, but still awesome.
Yup. Mini neon is dope. Mini number nipper. This one's cool too. I don't know why I like it, but mini pacifier posh is it's an adorable one. Got the Tesla in it.
What's
and then you got the partners.
Top left, very top. Keep going all the way.
Like all the way?
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, never mind. Keep going down a little bit. Where the fuck is it?
Oh, they might have moved on you, bro. If someone got one just now, it'll move.
On the bottom left now. Is that one still available?
Oh, yeah. This one is, bro. Mini Cosmic Chirp. And I don't know why, bro. It's one of my favorite ones, bro.
Yeah, mine too. I might have to go get that right now.
Hey, that shit is kind of raw.
I thought
that shit raw shit.
Only like 6 showing is still available. Maybe I'm off the list.
You said how many? Oh, don't
please only use the official links.
It's go baby
69.
Yeah, I go under Baby YOLO's link.
Okay, good. Yeah. So this one is available.
Okay.
I think she just posted the Hoodoo.
Yeah, she did. I had retweeted it just I think
a different layout.
Baby YOLO token page.
Word.
Look at the mini Parkers, bro. This is the first one, which ironically he was 27 just recently, right? Number 27 in the eye. And then, of course, he's now 28. Got the mini Parker 2. And got the paramedic in the hoodie. And then check this out. When we hit $1 billion, he'll be 35. Market cap at $1 billion right here when he's 35. That's what she said.
That
to me,
is
right?
so cute.
I like that shit. I like it.
That's adorable, baby.
Honestly, I love these two too. We got mini pigtail pop. She cute with it. Money Mind AF got this one. I see you, Money Mind. We got mini punk payout. Mini rebel rumpus. The saucer head's hard, bro. Everyone's trying to get that one. I actually gave this one. I said this is the most Sicilian one ever. I gave this one to in exchange for my ghost. I gave
Yeah.
this to Moss.
Hey, that's right. I like that.
That
I do
is
too.
dope.
I do too.
I can't unsee it now, Ghost.
Bro, I was kind of
I
bummed to give this.
know. As soon as he said it,
I'm
I
gonna
was like,
keep it
he's
a buck,
totally
dog.
a greaser.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck, dog. I was bummed
He
on
needs
this
a
one.
motorcycle.
I was bummed on that one, dog.
I had to give those up, Egon.
I bought 2 to get my ghost, man.
Yeah.
I struck out. And this was the other one. I was like, damn. Mini Shades Snapper. Mini Shades Splat just got bought earlier. She loves this one. I was like, dude, this one's dope. When it's animated, the hair's gonna go wild.
Mm-hmm.
Those colors pop. It's got LOTTO on the hoodie. It's clean. Mental health awareness ribbon. This one's dope. Spidey, mini Spidey. Come on, man. We got the Wolverine. We got some cosmic. You know, we got,
Cute.
it looked like the straight up, like a fly almost. It's on point. You
I
see
was
the
just
evolution.
watching Spider-Man the other day.
I love it. This one's wilding, bro. Mini Spiky Squirt. This little guy over here, Mini Spiky Sucker. And then we got the
That
mini
was my
tiny.
other blind bag.
This one?
No, the spiky suckers, that guy.
Yeah, this one's wild, bro.
The
Are
human
those
guy.
tucked? Yep, they are. You got a third eye, look like. I gotta say,
What are
man,
those
you
on
see,
the side of his mouth?
I don't look like tusk or something, like elephant tusk, maybe.
Oh, tusks. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be way off, but he the only one with 3 earrings I noticed though.
What's
But
the
I
one?
could be wrong.
No, there's plenty with like 3 or 4 earrings, but this one, what's that logo on the right? His right earring. Obviously, I see the 2 lottos.
Oh, it says LOTTO to the moon. It's got a little astronaut on it,
Okay, cool.
little UFO. Yeah, this one's dope. And you can see, you guys, you see how it's got
23.
eye?
Yellow.
You see how it's got that 23 in the eye?
And
Every
yellow.
one of and yellow?
Yeah, the ball. It's yellow. 23, yellow.
I don't get it.
Wasn't that the one that was in your other dude's eye?
23 in yellow?
Maybe not. Never mind.
I mean,
Forget-
he's in my eye 24 on my OG.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the point is, you
Nope.
guys see how they're numbers, right? These numbers embedded in each
Mhm.
one, they're numbered 1 through 69. And those are actually important to understand that when we draw our LOTTO system, there's a mechanical machine we use. And if the number comes out and you're holding, for example, Motown, right? He's got the 45. If the 45 ball came out, then he would technically have hit the LOTTO. So that's the way we play it. And normally what we do for the dev and myself and Parker, we just add it to the jackpot. So if we rolling for 1,000, if we rolling for a Solana, if we rolling for $111, whatever it is that we rolling for, if it's one of us, we'll put it in the jackpot. Jackpot's already at 1,500 right now. And you get it automatically entered into these drawings. And it's super fun. We do it Saturdays, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So between getting Cat Named Toast, if you were one of the first 23, between getting reflections from Baby YOLO, if you play cards with us, getting the discount, I mean, it's very likely that you might mess around and get this, NFT for free or get paid to even have it, man. That's the beauty of it all. So I'm not here to tell you you need to buy these and there's reasons for it, but I am here to showcase what they are and why I believe they're worth it. Each one of them have so many detailed, intricate pieces to them that it's exceptional, man. She did a phenomenal job once again. I still can't take my eyes off this one. This one catches my eye every time. That mouth is glowing too. It looks wild, bro. Looks wild. And I love the color coordination. Anytime we matchy, man, I fuck with it. I love it. But there you have it, man. That's the available right now. Let's see how many we got left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 3, 6, 9, 32, 33 left out of 69. So we're about 66% done from that particular line. And again, once it's sold out, it's sold out. We've only launched one of these in December. It's the second one, only one since then, short of us doing the Lotto Baller Zeros, which are just simply from the Hatcher line that we did. So I hope y'all enjoy them. I hope y'all love them. Hope y'all come to the Lotto live drawing because it's gonna definitely be epic. I'm gonna jump back on the other station real quick, so y'all could obviously see your boy. Yes, just in time. I agree, bro. Top motherfucking notch. Shout out to Baby
Hey, hey,
doing
hey,
his thing.
hey.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't allowed to say those words.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. Good looking, bro. I'm telling you, I forget.
Oh, I did too. I slipped earlier.
Boom,
All
boom,
right,
boom. Now we pause for station identification as we switch cameras. Ghost goes from one to the other to get the show continued. Truth or Dare Lotto, TODL or HODL. Will the holders tell the truth or dare? Wow, 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 wow.
and that pause was just so flawless, bro. I just had to
And
like
Ghost
pop
is
it
back.
right in.
Bro, that was perfect.
That was awesome.
Flawless. Let me remove this one real quick. Boom. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. We never done this before, the truth or dare. So I think we have to figure out a way who starts first. So I'm the host, and P-Dub Bug's the co-host. So we off the hot seat. But I think P-Dub was so good at putting up a number in the Ghost Lotto that I'm gonna give her the reins to start this game off. So P-Dub Bugs, you literally get an opportunity to ask truth or dare to anybody on. That includes people that are also in the comment section.
Okay. Can you give me an example, just so I'm not?
Anything.
Truth, literally, it's anything. That's the
Yeah,
beauty of it. It's literally
exactly.
anything you can think of.
Okay. Does it have to be like specific to Hinge, like Hinge?
No.
Truth. Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You have to pick someone specifically that you're asking the truth or dare for them to respond, for then you to actually let them know what it is.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yep,
Let
it's
me
a
let
must.
me think. Hmm. I don't know. I'm like running out of thoughts right now.
Ghost will start it off. He's quick on his feet.
All right, I'll start it off.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna go straight to Mr. Young Pat.
I knew it.
What's
Let's go.
truth or dare, my dude?
Man, let's go with truth. I choose truth tonight. Let's get it.
All right. Is it true that you haven't drank anything since Saturday evening?
Was that 5 days ago? If that was 5 days ago, then that's true. I mean, I take that back. I have drank water, coffee, orange crush, um,
Don't forget that orange crush.
nah, and a pineapple Fanta. I had some pineapple Fanta too.
Man, that sound fire right now. Pineapple Fanta hits, bro.
Hey, I got some upstairs.
I'll be there right now.
Come
All
on.
right, then, hey, Mr. Young Pat, it's on you then, bro. Now you get to ask whoever you want, and it could be audience member too. Keep it a buck, bro. We got 910 people watching live.
Oh man, I gotta go next. Damn, man. All right. I choose Massimo. Truth or dare.
Let's just stick with the truth, bro.
What made you call me today?
Well, I think I kind of highlighted it when I was talking earlier, but it was your one comment where you said, "I want to be better,"
Mm, deep.
Straight up.
That's
and
deep.
then you followed it up with, and I have the things now to do so. But it was that one line, bro.
So
Hey, don't mute afterwards, Massimo. Now you gotta ask truth or dare, man.
I'm just being respectful in case it gets loud in the background.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to make sure you ain't gonna snooze afterwards. It's your turn.
And
You're
now
up.
I'm here.
Truth or dare. Truth or dare.
All right. Huh. I don't know. I can go a couple different directions here.
So essentially, you can ask anyone up here, of course, and you could also hit the comments up. Anybody you want to ask truth or dare in the comments too.
You know what? I got to go to Hinch, honestly, because of that story earlier, bro. And you know what? I'm going to have to connect with you because I got disconnected for like 90 seconds, and it was one part that I really need to get updated on. But we'll chat later. But it's just
Sure.
amazing, man. And you're absolutely right. Just the power of the Lord. I mean, just beyond anything anyone can imagine. But my question, or I guess we'll go truth or dare to you first, Go. Sorry.
Truth. Truth is good.
All right. So truth. You know, at any point in someone's life when they have a, you know, like that kind of aha moment, like that life changing or impacting moment, right? Obviously, with you know what you went through, your family, for you, what kind of was that one change, that one shift that was like the non-negotiable, the like just boom, that's it, and whether it's a thought process or a belief or you know an action.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me, it was, I kind of highlighted it a little bit, but it was more so when you are broken down to a point of you don't have any physical strength, mental strength, and you're just giving yourself up to the Lord. I think one of the main things for me was I don't ever want I don't want to be the person that only prays when I need something, only prays like, I guess to answer the question would be having just a closer relationship in general. I've always been really close to God, but at the same time, making it like for sure a daily. And Ghost talked about this a few days ago. When
it
I
was
wake,
Saturday night. It was Saturday night to me.
yep,
He was talking about it. He said when you wake up in the morning, thank God, give him
yep,
something thankful for. And
absolutely. So yeah, for me, it's wake up, thank God for the blessings. I think pray. I pray more when things are going well than when things aren't going well. And to me, that I think that's the difference. And it wasn't one of those things where I said, I'll be better, I'll do this, I'll do that. It wasn't really like that. It was just the fact of understand, like when you feel that type of power over you, um, the goodness of God, you don't want to be away from that for even a second. So I think for me, it's more of a, I want to be thoughtful and I want to be deliberate with, like, I want to be overly annoying when it comes to praying to God for the good and the bad. Praying for people. I think in the past I would say, yep, prayers go out to you and then you go on about your day. Like, literally take 2 minutes to say a prayer that's thoughtful. Um, you know, when that stuff happened to my daughter, it was, I have a girl that worked with me. I should say a lady. She was like 65 years old. We would talk about God all the time at work, even though we're not supposed to. We would spend hours talking about it on a weekly basis. And when she found out, she sent me a text and said, I'm at church right now. We're doing an entire service for your daughter. And there's over 1,000 people praying for her right now. She texted me during it. And to me, it was mind blowing. It made me give gratitude to the people around me because, and how much that meant to me, specifically that people are actually praying and not just saying, hey, my thoughts and prayers are with you. That moved me, to be honest. It wasn't just the fact that she went out of her way to send me that. It was the fact that people actually are. Not only that, there was like 3 nights in a row that she said, I have an entire prayer group online, and this is all we do. We all come on for like an hour a night. We all submit things that we want prayed for, and we just sit and pray together. Some people might look at that as that's weird. I look at that as, hell yeah, man, count me in on that shit, because the Lord works in great ways. And I think for me, it was perspective. You don't know that feeling until you're going through it. Just like when people say, hey, I know you love your wife. You'll never love another human being more than your kids. Like, you don't understand it. You don't understand it until you get there. Oh, I love my dog. It's not even close. So when you actually have that time when people are praying and it works out, or people go out of their way for hours and hours and hours or days to do something nice for you, and it, with nothing in exchange, just they're great human beings. It made me really a lot closer to God, but also a lot closer to the people around me, and specifically giving people that are good people, and I know it, more time, more of my time. I always did that, but at the same time, recognizing when someone maybe that's always smiling, maybe isn't smiling that much throughout the day, and just say, hey, how's it going? Like, is everything okay? Anything you want to talk about? I think goes a long way. And specifically at work, I think there's been so many people that have said, hey, you're like a therapist. It's just that I love listening and trying to help people. And that all comes from, I think, how close I am and how much time I take to give thanks, but also to, with my 4 kids, it can be tough. And I told Ghost this, but it can be tough. But anytime you can put God in front of them or try to preach that part to them, not saying I wouldn't have done that in the past, but at the same time, it's a whole different light. And I think the sooner you recognize that, the better your life will be forever. So it's a great question, man. Thanks for asking that.
I wanna jump in too
Hinch, I
because
gotta connect with you another time, bro.
Man,
Amazing.
I got
Thank you.
something to add to it too.
Time, dude.
go ahead, Mr. Young Pat.
Like that, like when you were talking about people think like that prayer group shit would be weird or what. But what's the difference from what we do here? It
No,
ain't no difference. It's the same exact thing. We come together to spread the positivity, the growth, and
Can I
I
can I
just,
say something about that too, bro? Like
yeah, go ahead.
I used to kind of beat myself up, me and my wife, about congregating. It's like, man, it's so hard to congregate, and it's not side eye some of the people and be judgmental, and thou shalt not judge, and you just kind of feel weird about it. I think the blessing that we have with the Lotto Fan Bam is that we actually congregate every day. And I think like that was God's way of saying, like, hey, you can still congregate. You can still congregate on your terms in a sense. And to add what trips me out, you know, I'm a child, right? I'm a one of 11, but I grew up primarily as the youngest with 2 older siblings, towards my bigger kid area time, I guess you'd say. And it's hard when there's multiple kids, and there's a different relationship with each parent to child. And you had mentioned something about, like, loving your children so much. For me, I finally realized it when I had multiple children, that the love you have is an unconditional bond that's different to each child, which correlates with the whole wife scenario, right? Like my wife, bro, I thought I respected her. I really thought like she was my queen. I respect her. But when the day she gave birth to my oldest, bro, the day I became a parent, bro, the amount of respect I grew to have in that very moment helped me analyze, like, there's a different type of love here. And just like my 3 kids now, there's a difference in it. There's no more or less. It doesn't work that way across the board. It's the gratitude I experience that God gave me this wife. It's the gratitude that I experience that my daughters are happy and healthy and old and getting bigger. It's the gratitude that they're all so different. I remember when my wife and I found out we were having a second girl, and we were like, it's gonna be the same as like the first one. Like, we already kind of know what we spitting out, right? Like crimpy little blonde, dirty blonde hair and green eyes and tan skin, and like, all right, like. And then my second one comes out, and I'm like, whoa, 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 jet black hair, can't even see her pupils, and it's not only a difference in their appearance, but even their, you know,
She didn't sleep.
yeah, I mean, opposite. My wife's like, she didn't sleep, she didn't. My second was colicky, bro. I remember holding like, please, come on, like I want to help her and I can't. We tried everything. And my oldest, bro, to put perspective on it, bro, like at like 9 months old, she was grabbing her toys. She had a little fox. She'd throw it in her crib with her blanket. 9 months old. By a year old, bro, she was like, come on, like follow me. I'd walk to the crib. She was ready to go. I'd pick her up, put her in there, put her blanket over, her, give her a bottle. She'd go to sleep for like 10 to 12 hours. I was like, dude, parenting's so easy. Every time I hear parents, I'm not sleeping. Dude, what a horrible parent. Like, get on a routine, silly. And then I had my second one. I was like, hey, we fucked this up. Like, this shit ain't easy. And it just depends on the kid, right? But to your point, Hinge, it's a trip. When you have two, it's like you got one, I got one, right? Then you get outnumbered with three, which is a huge difference. I couldn't imagine four. But holy cow, bro. The experience of parenthood in general changes your perspective on a lot of things.
The
It
funny
makes you really look different.
100%. The one thing I realize is parents never have the answers. They're always going by the seat of their pants.
Yep.
Only until you've been a parent. That's why grandparents are so knowledgeable. It's like I should have listened to my damn mom more when I was growing up. Now I go to her around a lot of things because she went through it all. You know, my son, 14 years old, if we're battling it out or something's wrong, she's like, yeah, good. You did that shit to me too. Right. She has good advice and good perspective. But as parents, you kind of you just got to go day by day, and learn as you go. So
I always say, bro, there ain't no rule book to it, man. I think parents beat themselves up when their kids do wrong. And I think parents take way too much credit when their kids are doing right. I think there's a lot of outside influence. I think there's a lot of circumstances that need to happen for them to learn a lesson. You know, I remember my stepdad trying to tell me about credit. In one ear, out the other. And he would swear on it, bro. I'd rather be rich with credit than rich with cash. Never understood it till I bombed on my credit at 19 years old. Did I really understand it then? Nope. Fixed it up, bombed it again. I think I was like 26, 27, 27. Wifey was pregnant. I got to figure this shit out. And it took me a long time because just like trust, takes you a long time to build it. One missed payment, you lose it all. That's why I tell you guys all the time, man. I'm like, look, bro, I love you guys and I appreciate that you trust me. And I'm going to continue to earn your trust because I understand that I could also break your trust. And so I have to be very, very conscious of my decision making to ensure that I'm doing right by you guys. But it ain't easy, man. Having an army with people that you want to make sure you do right by. But let me tell you how easy it is when you have people that step up to the plate, like the Parody, like the Egons, like the Hinch and the Massimos. You know, people seriously stepping up from the community, man. Showing up and showing out means the world to us, man. Appreciate you so much. I almost stole the mic, man. Hinch, it's your time.
all right, I got a question for Boo. I heard her, so she
Oh,
doesn't have to go on
Okay.
truth or dare, let's go.
truth or dare.
Truth.
Okay, thank God, because I wouldn't know what to say for dare. What was the thing that
Hey,
attracted?
hold up, man. You are lucky as shit because she normally be picking a dare, I feel like, man. She was like, she thought about it, bro. But go ahead, man. Go
Too hard to do a dare if you're not on camera, though. So, what was the thing that attracted you most to Ghost when you guys first met?
Oh my goodness. I don't know if he told you the story about him taking my keys. But I think it was his bravery to just approach and just ask to borrow my keys. Of all things in the world. It was weird and I said yes. And then he was gone with my car. And then I'm sitting there at my cubicle like, oh my God, that's everything to me. That's my car. And it's with this hot dude that just swept in here and just got my keys. How did that happen? This magician. Like, he better fucking return. This motherfucker better return.
Bro,
I was
that's
scared.
great.
I was
Hey,
scared.
that's great.
Hey, I gotta tell you this story though, man, with the context behind it, man. So one day, bro, She like appears out of thin air in a PM shift. I'm the AM shift, she the PM shift. And I look over and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, just, and I see it from the back, bro. I don't even see it from the side, the front, nothing. I just see this like bubble butt and jet black hair and just like, what the fuck? Is that real? And I like come across to the side and I'm like, yo, what the, no fucking way. She looked up at green eyes, bro. Like just a fucking, what the fuck is she? I didn't even know what ethnicity she is. She just looks like some shit I ain't never seen before. And that smile, bro, I was just like, damn. Like literally like knew right away, like who the fuck is this? And I didn't even say nothing at the time. Then finally I was like, no, I gotta say something. So I came back acting like I need to get water and shit in the break room and came back and I looked and she was looking again and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this girl, dog? I remember asking the homie, like, dog, is that real? Like, is she a real person? Like, who is this? And I was like, what's your name? And she told me her name. And I was like, where are you from? I'm thinking she's gonna say like Romania or I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know what the fuck she was. And she was like, oh, I'm from Wisconsin. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, I can't fuck with you. Sorry. I almost fell in love with a girl from Wisconsin. I can't fuck with you, you know?
Be careful. I'm from Wisconsin.
Yep. Hinches. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. I heard him talking about Milwaukee, all the name drop of the. I was like, oh, I know all those places.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
hey, Hinch. Boo and I were born in the same hospital, bro,
Crazy.
in
insane.
Wisconsin.
Insane. So I'm like, and I never even like, bro, let me tell you, bro. I just felt like it was the right thing to say. It's like, almost fell in love with a girl from Wisconsin. I can't with you, you know? She was like, really? I was like, yeah. And then like literally, bro, like she was gone. Like, swear to God, bro. Like next day I go to work, she's gone. Couple days go by, she's gone. I'm waiting in the PM shift. Like, where is this girl at? I'm like, yo, whatever happened to that girl? Oh, that one girl, yeah, she was cool as shit, dog. I guess her dad got injured. So she had to go back to Wisconsin or some shit. It's like, damn. Maybe like, how long was it? A few months?
6 months.
6 months. Yeah. And then I had this dude that I kind of resented. So he came to the job and he came to the job as like the PM manager. And he's like, every day, dog, this guy's teeing up to my headset, bro. And he's listening to me on these calls, bro. So I'm essentially like training this guy. And I'm just like, man, if I ever get in a position to run a company, ain't nobody coming in here running the floor, bro, that ain't sold one of these things before you. I'm fucked up. I was like bitter. And then he was so cool with it. Just so cool. I was like, I understand why you got hired like this. Holy shit, this guy cool as shit. And I guess he was from Wisconsin too. And so he actually hit her up and was like, yo, when you coming back? And she's like, do I still have a job if I come back? He's like, heck yeah. So she came back. And I seen her again, bro. I was like, yeah, no way. I marched right up to her. It's like, what up? And I was like, fuck, what should I say? Let's see if she's digging me. If I ask to drive her car and she says yes, I know she feeling your boy. I don't know why, I just knew it, right? If she says no, I ain't break the ice good enough. I gotta be better, right? And I found out she smoked tree. I smoked tree at the time. I was like, oh, this is perfect. My last ex hated it. This one's gonna love it. Like, I was already thinking, I was plotting. And so I asked her, I was like, yo, can I get your keys? And she's like, yeah, sure, no problem. She like reached in her purse, gave me her keys. I was like, yeah, I got her. She ain't gonna give her keys to no one she ain't feeling something. Like, I got her, and I drove.
For real.
And I came back and I could see the relief in her face when I gave him back in one piece. And I was like, you smoke, I heard. And she's like, yeah, yeah. I was like, let's go smoke. She was like, right now? Like, I'm working. It's like, right now. She's like, okay. I was like, don't trip, I got you. Like, I'm number one on the board. Like, don't even trip. She's like, all right. So she comes to the whip. And I already had one twisted up. I spark it. We start smoking. That was the best part is I had a car right there. But I just wanted to see. And so we smoking, bro, and the combo was just lit, bro. Like this is like the homie I've been kicking it with for years or something. And yeah, she was like, "What are you doing after work?" You know, and I was like, "Shit, I'm kicking it. Come through." And she's like, "Okay." And she did. She went and took her dog out, and then boom, she came back to the crib afterwards. Spent the night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Never
Had some
fucking
fun. Had
Oh
some fun.
shit.
Hey, let me tell you though. Let me tell you though. My mind has always been, if she give it up to you on the first day, like that's trash, bro.
Right.
That was the first time I ever realized, hold up. Don't you want the person to see you so irresistible that she breaks all of her cardinal rules and goes in for the kill?
Facts.
I
Yes,
was like,
indeed.
dude, it dawned on me on that moment, like, oh yes, I need that irresistible, not this whole play game shit. And so I was actually like, bro, she slept over, woke up. First thing I did, she got me on this one. I ain't gonna flex. First thing I did, I looked at her. You know, when you look afterwards to see, I was like, oh my God, that's her. Like as if I already knew what she looked like. That's the one. I didn't know she went to the bathroom when I was sleeping. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't know for years, girl. She got me for years on that.
I sure
But I
did.
was like, damn, she got the rosy cheeks, lips looking all plump. I remember kissing like, I remember just her panties even, bro, was just like so cute and white and just like, oh my God. It's a goddess, bro. And then a weekend, every day, bro, we working at the same spot. She work a different shift. Then she gotta go home and far as shit, like an hour drive, take her dog out. Then she come to the crib, sleep there anyway. Like, this is stupid. It's like, move in. She's like, what? Just move in. What do you got to lose? You gonna save money on rent? If it work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't. Like, just move in. She was like, this is crazy. Like, we're doing this. I'm like, just run it. A weekend, bro. She was living at the crib at the
Bro,
spot.
facts, man. Like for real, when you know you ain't like we ain't getting no younger, and it's working, like don't ruin a good thing. And that be
That's
one of my
fucking
biggest
awesome.
flaws. I'm quick to
Bro,
ruin something good, and I ruin that shit on accident. Like man,
it
like
was the
you stupid mother, man. Look here,
I
boy.
told her the only thing I regretted was not asking her to marry her that same week, bro. Because here's the truth of it all, bro. The reason I knew is because my interaction with her, and then you know when you have the homies around also, and you're a little different, you know, a little uncomfortable, you know, you act a little different, you know, when the homies are there was no transition for me. It didn't matter who was with me, who was not with me, parents, friends, little sister. It was like, this is my role, dog. Like, and I was eating at the time, bro. We don't went on unemployment together, struggling to find work together. And I seen her just ride or die, bro. Like looking for work, got a job before me. Like I just seen this person that like, and she'll tell you, bro, she was like a diamond in the rough. I was rough,
Yeah, man.
you know. But she's seen it. She told me, she's like, I seen when you way you interacted with your little sister one day, and that's when I knew you really are a good person under there. You really do mean well. But man, we gotta fix you up a little bit. We
Man,
gotta,
I gotta
we gotta
tell
tweak a few things
you,
on you, man. And I was receptive to tweaking some things. Let me tell you, compromising is so important in a relationship because
yeah,
everyone's gonna always feel like you're over compromising. That's normal to feel that, but don't ever stop compromising. If you
Bro, I
see that
couldn't
your
love
loved
that
one is
more, man.
okay with that
Love it.
and needs something different from that perspective,
right,
see it from
right.
their perspective, and they gotta be worth willing to compromise.
And see, that's kind of what I would tell him more about, like with that self recollection deal. You feel me? Like I I'm not only compromising with myself, I'm compromising for the betterment of also people around me that
Yes,
may or may
yes,
not
yes,
care
yes.
about me. Who knows? I don't know yet. You heard me? And only
100%.
time will tell. But some of my faults of overthinking and overanalyze, like I've gotten better over the years because when I used to do that, I just go talk. Like I'm just from the car, I'm from blow. You feel me? Like, but I've referred, like I said, like I was telling myself, like I've known this shit. I've known this for years, and but and I've always made progressions. But now it's like, boy, you might lose something, man. You better type, boy. Stop it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's very easy to think it's like my way or the highway, and you know, but you've yet to find someone that's willing that you're willing to compromise with. I think I think for me, like the happy wife, happy life thing, I used to hate that slogan. Like
But that,
cornball, simp. Now as I got older, I
man,
realized like why that's happy life, happy wife, happy wife,
because
happy life.
when she's happy, she gonna make you happy.
Bro, when she's not happy, it pains me.
Come on, bro.
You feel me?
Like,
That's
don't
why you have a happy
do
life. When she's happy, bro, I'm on cloud nine. So like my job, my duty, like let me keep her and I fail at times. Don't get it twisted, bro. Like y'all get to see me in a good mood. I get zoned in, bro. You
And
know?
promise
But
when I do the same,
offline, bro,
99% of
sometimes I
the
lose
time,
my composure. You know, I'm human. Sometimes offline, bro, I don't realize because I'm comfortable. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I can't believe this. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, it ain't that big of a deal, but like, you know, bah, 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 bah. And she's like, okay. And then all of a sudden I get a call and I'm like, yo, what it do? Like even as recent as today, she's like, I don't get it. You get on a call, you get on live, and you're just like, everything's cool. But you just complained like 7 times in between. I'm like, yeah, my back hurts, you know? Like I'm getting out the chair, like, oof, my shit fucked up right now, you know? And she's like, I understand that, but like, and it dawned on me, I'm like, damn, dude, this is the second time she told me. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm trying not to sound like I'm griping or something. I'm just making moans and fusses when I get out the chair. You know, I'm hitting mute on here. I'm doing the same thing. Like, oof, let me reposition myself. That's why I'm in the chair setup. I had to get my origamic or whatever it's called chair out because I think that futon was getting to me. I started having back spasms, but I still fucked up. I'm not perfect.
Ergonomic.
I'm Eric. Thank you. I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time because sometimes we get too comfortable. Sometimes we don't realize the effect we have on people. You
but
know, my wife's empathetic too. That's why the last thing she ever wants is me being hurt. It pains her so much when I'm hurt and she can't help me. It pains her. We always got to be the best version of ourselves. We always got to be willing to compromise. We got to be aware of why we're even compromising. I can't sit up here and tell y'all, be the best version of yourself, be the best version of yourself, and then be willing to complain off camera. I got to be the same 24/7. And I'm blessed to understand and acknowledge that. But now it's up to me to execute. I got to do repetitions. I got to remind myself. I ask her, please, if I do it, point it out. And then she pointed out, and I'm mad about it. You know, I still got to work on so much of my own, self. It takes self-reflecting, it takes being receptive, and it takes the willingness to want to change for the better good of your relationship, friendship, whether it's coworker, whether it's a friend you grew up with. You got to be willing to compromise at all times, or it's a lonely world. It's a lonely world, and it's hard. I think it's harder for men to compromise than women. I think women are always willing to bend until they break, bro. And us men are so grimy with it. We're so like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way. Nah, bro. Like, find the one that's worth willing to compromise. Find the one that you're willing to be exactly who you are 24/7 with. And don't ever get too comfortable. Don't ever get too comfortable. She should see the best side of you, or vice versa. If you a chick listening, man, should see the best side of you. Get a homegirl that you can gossip to. Pick him up when he's feeling down. Bring him down if he's too high and mighty. I think that's the best characteristic my wife has, is being able to acknowledge when I'm high and mighty on a negative level, cocky, conceited, arrogant type. Because there's a fine line between confident and arrogant. But she also understands when I'm below that line on how to boost me up too. So she can level me out, right? And I think it's important, right? Because you want confidence when you move, but you never want to come across arrogant. And I was arrogant. I was very confident to a point where it was ugly, like conceited in a sense. And I could admit that. But nowadays, I don't even know how to take a compliment because I just feel like what did I do? Oh, sick ass NFTs. Yeah, that was Baby Yolo. Oh man, you're handsome or something, right? So yeah, that was God. Oh man, you're so fortunate you got this, that, God's work. Like I really don't have nothing to do with this, man. I'm just living. The only thing I'm doing is trying to pay attention to what's happening around me. That's not me. You get me, y'all get like the authentic me, but y'all also get a me that is on some other, I feel like God's work. I mean that because in the Bible, it talks about how even the Bible was written through the Holy Spirit and how it's like the words that are spewing out of my mouth at times I know them to be real. I know them to be authentic. I know they're upstairs. I know they're truthful. But let me tell you something, bro. I never have a plan. I want to come up here free and let the words wander. Because sometimes like Hinch, man, you're the one that actually really opened my eyes to that when you said, bro, sometimes I feel like you're in my brain. I don't think you realize like I needed to hear that right then and there. And I'm like, what did I say? That's why I give all the credit, all glory to God, because I don't know how it came out or what I even said sometimes, guys. It's eerie in a good way. I feel like you were on that level today, Hinch, where it's just,
Hmm.
it gives me chills even saying it. I swear to God, I felt the most overwhelming sensation saying it. But when you were talking, bro, I was just like, it's captivating. It's mesmerizing. And I don't know how many people needed to hear it. But like I said, even if they don't think they needed to hear it then, they're gonna need to hear it later in life. I think that's the craziest thing too, bro. As I hear things sometimes, and I just, mental note, store it away or something, and then it happens, and you're like, that's why. Oh my God, God is good all the time. It's crazy, bro. I thought this truth or dare would be so different. I love the fact that this community just be surprising me left and right. This truth or dare was all truths. No one wanted to comment that they were ready to play because they were like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not answering no dares or truth." And we went into everything was spiritual. Like trip out, dog. Everything was spiritual tonight. It was called truth or dare. Are you not
I
entertained?
was gonna dare someone to post their feet, probably.
No, no fee.
Oh yeah, let's not get on that subject.
Not, dude, we're not going spiritual to toes, girl. Nope.
Fine, not today, Satan.
But Boo, you're the one that has to pick the next person.
Oh, you're right. You asked her. Dude, truth or dare. You got to ask.
Okay.
She just real life memes. Not today, Satan. Yes, Boo.
Oh
She
my god.
just real life memed. Not today, Satan. Egon. Yes, boo.
Truth or dare, Egon?
Oh, truth.
What is your real profession?
Retail.
Doctor, professor, in retail? I
He
love
sells
it.
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I'm a
Doctor,
freaking genius
professor,
at it.
retail.
I love it. Ever since I found out that you weren't really doctor, I was like, wait a minute, because I know I've been asking him some questions about my meds and shit. The fuck?
I think you were asking the wrong doctor. That was not
I
I.
think that
Might have
was
been Dr.
Egon.
Dan.
I mean, I think that was Dr. Dan. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he. Hey, I did the same thing, man. I remember back in the day on Spaces, I thought y'all were just the same person half the time, bro. It was like Dr. Dan, Dr. Egon. Y'all switch up PFPs and everything. Hey, Dante said it's a fucking party tonight. Get them QR codes. Lotto fam. Onboarding like a motherfucker, says Dante. Let me see the chart real quick. Hey, minimize that open sea black. Let's see what he's doing on the charts today. Okay. What's that market, Kevin? What's that red rectangle say with the white letters? No, to the right of that. You see where it's a red rectangle? Move the mouse up a little bit. Boom, right there. That red rectangle.
Right here?
Yeah.
Well, there's a 0.0005149.
514 market cap. Hey, we're picking up a little bit of steam. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I didn't tell nobody yet because I was trying to see if the chart would do its thing, but we did start our market making with Victus Global.
Heck
So
yeah.
they are, yeah. I had to drop like
And
13
Boo,
racks.
I want to add it to that because it's only out of necessity. You know what I used to do, and that's what I want to do. It's just there's nothing really out here on the East Coast for that I can find. That's why I'm just making it my own way. Don't even
Do you
care.
do you know what Egon used to do?
Voice?
No, not just no. What he did is he used to work on set from the bottom to the top, worked himself up to a producer. He was on stations like what BET, right? At one point.
Yeah, for like a decade. I think I was at that
10 years.
TV station. Yeah, network.
I was laughing because he was telling a story one time when someone was like, "Ma nigga AF." Someone said, "Ma nigga AF" to him, and he was like, "Okay, cool. Felt pretty good." Yeah. Do you remember telling that story or no?
I do. Oh, absolutely. At first, I was like, "Wait, why would I have used her?" Oh, I get what you're doing. Yes, absolutely. I
Ma
just had
nigga
no idea how to respond. I was just like, I can't say like, "Yeah, you're mine too." It's like, thanks, man. Like, I had to be the
AF.
most white guy response ever. Like,
Tubular.
So funny.
right? It's gnarly, bro.
Shaka, bra. Shaka,
Ah,
bra.
That's a rad.
no.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god. We just broke 1,000 views on a random Wednesday. It's hump day. I thought Truth or Dare would get cheeky. Parody left like right before it got to her because she was like, I'm not getting to be the first dare, that's for sure. But nah, all jokes aside, I wanted to thank everybody for showing up tonight. I'm beat,
Mic
bro. The
check,
kids are
mic check.
home. I hear you good.
Yeah, knock me out, sorry.
It's weird because you got two up here now.
Yeah,
Let me see what happens here. Same mic check again.
it's off now.
Yo, yo.
Okay, cool.
Cool word. Uh, yeah, it was funny that happened with you and Hinch because that happened earlier when I was like,
Which
"Hey,
part?
I wonder what Ghost is doing right now," and then literally you contacted me, and I was like, "Oh my, what?" The Lord does work in mysterious ways, and it's
Everything
amazing.
is as it should be. I try and tell people, bro. Let me ask you a question. You know what
Thousand
deja vu
percent.
feel like, right? Deja vu, everyone's felt it before. But this is where I really notice it comes into play. Have you ever been saying something like to your significant other, for example? You're just like, oh, that would be really fun to do this on this holiday, you know? And as you say holiday, the track that's playing in the background, the person's like, oh man, we out here on holiday. And it says it at the same time you say it. Those
Hmm.
moments make me feel so eerie. Or you're reading while someone else is talking, and then you read the word that was right there. It just like stands out at you. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like
Hmm.
poof in your brain.
Yep.
Those moments, they're similar to deja vu, but instead of it feeling like I was there before, I feel like I was supposed to be right here, right now.
Or somebody is right there, right there. Like the amount of times I felt like, whoa, higher
Yes.
powers here right now. It's happening. It happened last night when when baby Yolo dropped the NFTs. Like I made a purchase of the Yoda one because I was like, it looks like Yoda, that's awesome. And I immediately was like, oh, but I should have gotten this other one because I was just drawn to it for because of my brother, and it just like
Which
happened.
one was it?
Like, oh man, it just happened. Um, I think it was the one that I don't know his name. The
You
one
thought
that
of your you thought of your brother when you saw it though, like, oh man, I gotta get this one for my brother.
oh yeah, immediately I was like, oh my god, why did I do that one? I should have gotten this one, but something made me, get the other one. So, well, no idea, but yeah, I think I pointed it out to you earlier when it was all blue. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now. Hey, gonna follow
Not
the link. Let's not type things
not
in.
to relive the whole thing, but for those of you that are tuned in that have yet to be blessed with hearing Egon's story, man, he was on set, obtained all of his goals, dreams, and aspirations in Cali from Philly, working on BET for a decade. And he had a that phone call that no brother ever wants to get, man. And he lost his brother, bro, unexpectedly. And he got this pull. We talked about it back in the day, bro. He got this pull, this sensation that I gotta be home. Even though I'm uber successful doing this right now, my family needs me right now. And he packed up everything he done worked for and went straight back to Philly to be there for his fan bam. And it felt so right for him. And just recently, man, the only tie that he had with a dog that interacted with his brother all the time and his sister had to put it down. And we talked about how fucking hard that has to be, right? When that's like that tie. That's like that. So it's a trip, bro. That last night, I didn't even know that. He just got drawn to that one. Like, hey, my brother's saying what's
And I
up,
give.
and I need that.
That's right.
And he was the first to understand what I was gonna announce last night. I was like, nah,
I didn't say. Hey, you were
and he's
slick with
like,
it
I see
too.
it, I see it. I'm like,
I
Egon is
no,
the
I wasn't
king.
even on the site. I just knew, but
Egon
you
is the
knew last
king.
time.
He's the king at finding this shit before it fucking launches, dude. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, look at this. I don't know if you know this or not, but Dante, he's got a whole list, and I'm like, yeah,
That was the one.
stop, and he just fucking finds it, bro. And I think he should be Detective Professor Egon, Detective Professor
Right.
Retail
And to
Doctor
be
Egon.
fair, since he's listening and everybody's listening, there's it said Dante 2. I was getting ready to be like, yo, there's an imposter on here, like, because it was all about, don't click links. So it first off, it looked like somebody was
It's an
impersonating a
imposter.
community member, and they were trying to impersonate the line by calling it a remix. I'm like, don't click the links. That's crazy. But in reality, it was Dante's dope ass art line, which I bought from. And it was
Dude,
awesome,
dude,
ultimately.
so funny, bro. Like straight detective, dog. I gotta give it to you, man. You're on it, bro.
Oh,
You're on
thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Hey,
You
real
know.
quick, just in case you guys talked to me at all for the past 5 minutes, I didn't fall asleep. I had to help my daughter, so I'm back. But continue.
No, you're
Welcome
good
back. Thank
actually,
you.
man. I'm gonna shut it down to be quite honest, bro. I'm tired. My back has been spazzing all day, yesterday and today. It is getting better, I will say.
He's dying
Um,
to watch Mufasa. Let's just be honest.
but yeah, I'm also down and dying to watch Mufasa because I'll tell you a secret.
Oh
My wife
no.
goes to bed very early every night. She is stuck on Wisconsin time. Hinch knows what I'm talking about, bro. Right now it's like 11:45 somehow in her brain. Um, but since the what is it? Since the kids have been home and since I've been
Yeah,
whipping them
spring
to
break.
school anyways, spring break, thank you.
Yep.
We've been actually having her stay up a little later. So I'm actually excited to be able to stay up late and watch a movie with everybody. So
Is it
I
on
want to
Disney
say,
Plus?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it just
Oh,
dropped.
sweet.
It
Yeah.
just dropped today.
I
You
might
know
have
there's
to
a way to
resubscribe.
watch a movie. You know there's a way to watch a movie together on Disney Plus, like at the same time and
Yeah,
stuff.
the share play thing,
It's kind of
whatever
cool.
the
I ain't gonna
symbol
flex.
is with the family, and you can put up
Yeah,
the
I'm
emojis and stuff.
not gonna flex. That's kind of tight, bro. Never
That
used
is.
it. That's kind of tight.
Oh
So
my god,
maybe
you
I'll.
want to tell Ash to watch Mufasa with
Yeah,
us?
I'm sure I'm trying to say,
Is
man.
she on here today?
No,
Oh.
Yeah,
no, she's been busy today. But
I
no,
gotta
man.
resubscribe.
Yeah, no, man. Egon, if you want to try and family share it tonight, I'll do it, bro.
It's 1 o'clock, and tomorrow's I might open to close, or I should say,
You're
in
like,
just a
dog.
couple hours.
You're like, no,
I
dog. I literally
appreciate
have
you.
work in 3.5 hours, huh? But
Yeah,
no,
my
man.
voice is already gone.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you.
too, bro. I'm beat. No, of course, you know I love you, bro.
Oh wait, to
Um,
that point, real quick. We had one of the things that was, I feel like it's meant to be that I wasn't even able to purchase the uh one that reminded me of my brother because it was one of the original, I guess the 0 through 23. It turned out being Jeff Bigstaff, and he was like, "Yo, um, we're talking in DMs, bottom line, and it's just awesome. Things are they work out the way they're supposed to be. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. So thanks for having us up here. I hope you have an awesome time watching Mufasa, and it's not as emotional as the Lion King. If
yeah, we
anything,
talk about
maybe some further insights will be had.
yeah, we talk about that all the time, man. Lion King, that one that gets me,
Sir,
bro. So I hope Mufasa different. I hope it don't end with him getting ended. But yeah, no, man.
it
I
can't.
love every. It cannot. I love every single one of you guys. And if nobody told you yet, you deserve the world. All you gotta do is maneuver with pure intent. All you got to do is critically think before making decisions. As long as you cannot identify that it would impact someone negatively, it's an all in move for you. Trust that Holy Spirit within us. We're all equipped with it. Don't suppress it and ignore it. When you get that pull towards something, go for it. When you get that push back, man, trust me, do not ignore it. You have a blessing. The Holy Spirit is within you, and you literally get an opportunity to use it to help you make better choices in life. You can learn, then live. You 100% can get over your past. Listen, the past doesn't define you. And the past is depressing if you let it think about it too much. You take what you can, learning from it, and you disregard it because it's over and you cannot change the outcome of what you've done or what has happened. It doesn't define you. What you do today is what's going to affect your later. And more importantly, stop looking too far away. The further you look, the more anxious you get. Depressing behind us, anxiety in front of us. Be present. Enjoy now. I swear on everything I love, if you just enjoy that moment that you're in right now and practice gratitude and always give compliments versus judging. Even when you catch yourself judging, say, stop, man, knock it off, find a compliment. And you spread that gospel, that good word, that good news, instead of that gossip, that negative, that irritation, that drama. You're going to start finding yourself way more uplifted of a person. Like you feel good, you feel on top. And I promise you, if you practice this, make it a repetition, just reps over reps on reps on, eventually it becomes habitual. And when you form a habit, it becomes, like Massimo said, a lifestyle. And then essentially, once you get to that playing field, you've now developed consistency. And on everything I love, consistency is the foundation of success. I've never found someone, I've never found someone, and I always ask when I run into successful people and what they do, success as far as what they're doing, because there's levels to success, right? They never did anything inconsistent to get there. It's like they believed in themselves. They wanted it more than anyone else. They didn't care how long it was going to take. There was no expectations. And they went after it every day. You can obtain whatever you're looking for. And if you don't know what you're looking for, which I've been there too, just ask God to show you the way. God, show you the way. When you least expect it, it pops up. Bro, I'm going to tell you real quick, guys, before we end. I didn't have social media for 10 years. 10 years. I was opening up for Damian Marley and Nas. And after the music stopped, so did my social media. 10 years straight. And then I wanted to get into trading. Felt like I can do it. Read a book. And it told me I needed to find a community to help hold myself accountable. I said, okay. So I went online. And I actually went to Reddit first. And on Reddit, there was a big group that started forming called Wall Street Bets. And I was in there, and I found one particular stock called Clove, and I was loving it. Next thing you know, I'm in Discords talking. I'm literally in a Reddit writing, and guess what? Every time I try to publish this little piece, which was like 19 pages, it was gone. Like, why do the mods keep taking us off? This is like important information. They need to know about the failures to deliver. This is going to be a short squeeze. I can see the writing on the wall. And then I do another one and it gets erased again. Like, what the fuck? I hit up the mods. I said, yo, dude, why you guys keep deleting my shit? They're like, I never deleted anything. I'm like, check it out. I post it again. Like, I see it. Like, oh yeah, watch. Oh my God, it's gone. Like, I'm trying to tell you. They're like, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe just make a new name. I said, okay. Hand to God. I look to the right. I'm in my office, bro. I look to the right. And Halloween had just passed. I had put this mat from the front door that had a bunch of ghosts on it, and it said boo. And when you step on it, it would like light up and do all this extra shit, right? And it was sitting on the floor, and I looked at it. It's like, man, I'm ghost as fuck right now. Ain't nobody can see me, man. I'm ghost as a fuck. I am ghost underscore AF. It's not taken? Okay, perfect. That's how my name came about. And then I posted. And it was like all these karma points and all these little gift things. I don't even know what the fuck I was getting. Next thing you know, the mods made me the big brain of, oh no, Hall of Fame of due diligence. They put a brain, it said Hall of Fame, and a brain of DD. And that was like next to my name. I am Ghost AF. I had this like little banner, different color, everything. I was like, oh, it's tight. Like, okay. Right. And then I started getting these DMs. And it was someone that's hit me up. His name was Coach. He said, yo, bro, I want you on my show tomorrow. It's like, what show? He's like, on YouTube. Every morning I do a pre-screening of the market. And I was like, oh, man. I left them on red. I checked them out in the morning. I watched them. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And I was like, yeah, sorry, man. I'm Ghost, man. I want to stay that way. And he asked me again, bro, come on. Like 3 times, bro. And there was like 3 YouTubers asking me. And I was like, the 3rd time this dude, I watched the show, kind of cool. All right, I'll jump on. So I finally was like, I asked wife, like, should I even do it? She's like, go ahead. I'm like, fuck it. All right, I'll do it. I jump on, and all I saw was ghosts in the chat. Like millions, bro. I was like, whoa. And the dude's like, yo, Annie's fly. Oh shit, what's up, Ghost? And I was just like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm here. Like, what you want to know? And he's like, I just want you to explain what you see. And so I started explaining it. And then everyone's like, what's your handle? What's your handle? Honest to God, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. What does that mean, coach? And they're like, oh, like Twitter at the time, you know, you got like a Twitter. Or... I was like, I have no social media except Reddit. Like, oh, you got to change that. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And then they're like, the Coast and Coach, the Coach and Ghost show. Ghost and Coach and Ghost show. We got to do it. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. We get off the phone or off the YouTube show or whatever. He's like, bro, dude, you gotta do it for the people, man. They want it, you know. And I was like, nah, are you crazy? He's like, dog, that would be fun, bro. Like, let's do it. I've been looking for someone to do it with, bro. They love you. Like, my people are asking for you. And I was just like, damn, there was like 100 people in there, bro. Like, all right, let's brainstorm at least an idea. What's the concept? He's like, well, I like football. He coaches football, high school up north in Northern Cali. And I was like, I love football. So I came up with the NFL. No financial limits. And that's what brought me to YouTube. And we shot a whole season. And then he's like, yo, I'm about to be a doctor, bro. You got to find a new host. I was like, all right. And then I was like, I hit up one of my boys. Like, I don't want it to end. I had fun. And I got one of my boys' little brothers to jump on with me. Sick as fool. That's what his name was. Sick as fool. Funniest kid ever. And so me and him do a whole season. And I was like, it's just too time consuming, cutting and editing, all this crazy. I can't do it. I got too much going on. And so I stopped doing it. And then fast forward like 2 years, that's when I got the call from my business partner. Like, bro, that was you. I seen it already. That's the vision. You can help so many people. You got to do this. You got to do this. I just know it. And it's like, oh man, nah, that ain't it. But I hear what you're saying. And then that's when I'm praying every day. I'm praying every day. I'm praying every day. And then it was like Eddie, Zach Morris, you know, the Zach coin. So, oh, this dude eats out here. I seen his work. I'm jumping in. And then all of a sudden I'm on space calls. Then all of a sudden I'm getting DMs. And then all of a sudden I'm doing my own space calls. And then all of a sudden it's kind of fading and no one really talks about it anymore. And people want to learn how to trade. So I'm doing crash courses for day trading. And I'm putting out my fun posts for my teasers. And they're hitting. And I'm giving away money. And everything's great and fun. And then Parker's like, you got to be a capper. And next thing you know, it's like Motown. Like, dude, you've been helping me consistently make some money on trading. Good shit, bro. I fuck with you. I'm like, hey. And the next thing you know, it's like, yo, dude, I got to. I never thought, my point is it would be cryptocurrency from the Doge days, the Sheep days. I just keep getting grabbed into this game, bro. I never thought it would be this that would develop a platform to be here to fucking be here for the people, bro. So don't shut yourself off to the possibilities of how it'll come up to fruition. Don't think you have it mapped out and just disregard everything. I'll give you one example before I leave. I want to be a pilot. This guy's like, all right. He wants to be a fireman. This guy becomes a fireman. This guy says, I want to be a pilot still. The fireman's like, yo, bro, I got a position I can get you in. Nah, bro, didn't you hear me? I want to be a pilot. 5 years go by. He's still not a pilot. This guy runs into him. Hey, you a pilot finally? Nah. What? I'm a pilot, bro. What do you mean? Bro, I'm over here putting out fires in the choppers, bro. Damn, I should have been a fireman. All because he was so tunnel visioned on what he believed was his path. He missed out on what could have been the path he was looking for. Detach yourself from the final result and be receptive to what's happening around you. Opportunity will present itself. It's up to you to capitalize on the opportunity. To the 1,044 people here that are listening in, tuning in, this is 1,044 people concurrent, combined with YouTube, with Twitch, and with X. I want to tell you guys, one, thank you very, 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 very much for tuning in. I also want to let you know if you gained anything, whether it was Massimo early on, Hinch and his stories he put up and was vulnerable enough to tell us, Egon and his story I kind of told, but also his outlook on life and his co-signing
Thank
of
you for that.
events. I love you, bro. Anytime. And could have been White Boy and his experience, aka Mr. Young Pat. All of these people that came up. If you took anything from this night and you think it can benefit other people, we don't ask for payment. We do this for free. We just having a good time for a long time. But share it. YouTube, hit that link, send it to a friend that they can maybe capture it. Tell them when to tune in if it reminded you of them. If you're on Twitch, hit some replies so the algos go crazy. And anybody on X, follow both accounts. The YouTube account, Onside Kicking It. I'll rebrand it, I promise. But I got to let the Onside Kicking It know that we here. And follow the Twitch account. The more people that follow that account, the more it gets seen as well. And shout out to Roxy for running that account. Beyond that, if you're on X, like, repost it, quote it, whatever. Get those algos cooking. We got 1,050 heads in here that I want to say goodnight to. I will see you guys here tomorrow. It's Thursday. We are playing karaoke with a lotto twist, which is lottoke. It ain't your typical karaoke. We ain't going to be singing along to songs. Instead, where the music going to stop, we got to finish the lyrics. And every time we move on around, you get rewards in lotto tokens. I do lotto because I know the people coming up here willing to have fun and finish lyrics, they with us for a long time. They just trying to increase their bag. Join us. It's super fun, and it's going to be the first time ever that we did it live, where some of us are going to be on camera, talking ish, singing songs, genre from country to rap, and anything in between. Then Friday, big event. It's the last Friday of the month, the 28th. We got our World Series of Lotto Poker Tournament. Even if you missed the first two and you jump into this third game, you make it to the final table and get points, there's only about 20 people that have points so far. So trust me, it ain't too late to make it to the main event in December where it's extravagant. We do all of this live right here on Twitch, on YouTube, and on X for the people, for the Lotto fan band. I love every last one of y'all that make this journey special for me. I appreciate everything that you guys attribute to the team, even if it's just a like or a reply or a comment. I love you. I appreciate you. And we will tap back in with you tomorrow online. Egon, enjoy your evening. Massimo, enjoy your evening. I'm going to end this space, if you want to call it that. I'm going to end it with a video. It's going to be one video first that Egon made himself. Shout out to the line that is on OpenSea right now, NFT line. The YOLOtto Mini Ballers is up for sale. Get half off of poker on Friday if you grab one. And Saturday, you get a chance to hit the lotto. So without further ado, I want to remind all of y'all, if you tuned in, whether you onside kicking it or with the Lotto Fan Bam, it's official. We just hit the lotto!